All right, you said you were ready, and you said because you're thirsty, that's how you know you're ready, or?
It happens to be the way it is today, yes.
Is it just these house beats that are getting you going? Are they kind of kicking it?
It sounded like a song that All Lies on Us.
What's
I think
that?
it was Britney Spears.
Okay.
And Will I Am, I think.
Oh,
like,
from,
I don't know, probably 8-9 years ago, something like that.
Why can't I think of who's the
Black Eyed Peas?
Black Eyed Peas. There we go. Have you heard their most recent hit tune? I don't know, most recent, probably in the last 6 months. You know how hip I am, chat. Hello, Bevy. Ooh, I like it. It's the new plural of Bevy is the Bevies. I like that, Baker. How are you? Good to see you. Yeah, was it Girl Like Me or something like that? Because it's with Shakira.
No, I did not know.
Okay, I think you might like it. It's a funky little tune. It's a fun little jam.
Black Eyed Peas songs.
I like me some Shakira. Maybe
I
like the video more than the song.
Tonight's going to be a good night. I got a feeling. See, we're going to stay with the Black Eyed Peas theme there.
You're stopping right there.
If
you want to hear more song singing like that,
I can't sing it though.
That's it. That's all we got.
Okay. I can sing more, but we might get taken off the air.
That's true. We don't want to get taken off the air. How is everybody doing? It is Thursday night once again. It is beverage podcasting time. As always, I am Andrew.
And I'm Keith.
And we are About Beverages. The two of us together form About Beverages.
About Beverages. So what do you form when you're by yourself gaming?
I guess
we're like Wonder Twins.
Yeah, Wonder Twin powers activate.
Form of About Beverages.
Form of mug. I don't know. I'm the handle. You're the mug part. I don't know what we got going on. Pocket is good to see you as always. Hello.
It's in green. Is that a different color?
It is a different color. Okay. I don't know if that's So I know you can change your color, but sometimes I have seen it just randomly change because it freaks me out because there's sometimes where people that I'm used to seeing in chat, all of a sudden I'll have multiple people with the same color all next to each other. And I really have to look at okay, wait, who is talking? It's amazing how handy it is having different colors.
Yeah.
Maybe today is all Green Day because we've got Baker and Pocket using
and it is usually that way. But yes, Pocket was done with work early. She said, I'll be able to be there right from the beginning today.
Well, hopefully those jams got you going, get you ready for some Lowell or some TFT or some whatever might be
Harris Heller.
The Harris Heller jams. We appreciate Harris Heller so much. Yes. We would literally have barely anything to play,
and we can't sing.
No.
Well, we can sing, but we can't sing.
It's a gray area. It's a gray area. I haven't wanted to take advantage of anymore. Yeah, it's a gray beard.
Like the sides of my head. It's a gray area.
Like sands through the hourglass and the sides of my head. Wait, what? Oh, all right. You brought completely something I was not ready for.
Right.
And you said, I've got something. Yeah. You threw me for a loop, but thankfully I was able to find a graphic. We're ready to go. Tell me about what I'm about to pour.
I don't know why these continue to pique my curiosity, but
you're hoping to. Is this like beer in a can? You're hoping to find a good one. Is that what it is?
No, this one because it has electrolytes. It's a under the active lifestyle beverage category.
Our favorite category,
a spiked seltzer from Upslope called Snowmelt. So cool name, I think. It sounds refreshing.
It does.
But then this is the grapefruit or hop and grapefruit one. And it
includes 2 added sugars, though.
Oh, okay. Added sugars.
Calcium, 33 milligrams. Potassium, 30 milligrams. Okay. How much is in a banana? Is this a banana level of potassium?
Oh, I don't know. Could be.
Well, let's find that out. We're that kind of show here on About Beverages.
But it's this is their electrolyte series, and it's actually made.
Okay, it's close.
What? 422
milligrams in a banana.
Okay,
so it's right there.
Okay, yeah.
It's right there. So how about, let's see, I can't do the math on that quickly. Like 10 of these? 15 of these? Have about 15 of these. And you won't even remember that you needed potassium.
So this is made with Scratch Labs Sport Hydration Drink Mix.
Okay.
So
now Upslope is normally known for beer, though.
Beer, that is correct.
Okay.
Yes.
And we were slightly confused, but they are all out of Colorado?
Yes. Okay. That was ultimately what we landed on.
We landed in Colorado, yeah. Ooh, I like the aroma on that. Man, Keith, he just can't even wait. He just went right for it. He pulled right in.
Jumped right in.
You guys like my shirt? I like this shirt. Does everyone get it?
San Diego, California.
Well, not that part. Just look at the... Maybe you probably don't know this character as well. The Ryan Reynolds movies.
Oh, Deadpool?
Yep. But it is a...
Oh, Day of the Deadpool?
Day of the Deadpool.
Nice. Dia de los Muertos.
Dia de los Deadpool.
I thought maybe it was Marvin the Martian. The Ludium P236 space modulator. A little bit of that going on.
It does kind of have a little bit of that look to you, right? Yeah.
Maybe the eyes.
Because of the mask.
Yeah, it could be.
I like the aroma on it. Like definitely the grapefruit comes through and something else. Maybe even a little lemony kind of something. I don't know if that's the hops. Does it say what hops they use? Any chance?
Leftover ones.
No, I'm just kidding. Alcohol
Abundant.
from cane. So it's using the cane sugar again to get the alcohol.
Yep.
Just in such a main facility that processes wheat and barley. Natural flavors, citric acid. Okay. 105 calories. That's definitely in the ballpark of where the other ones have been that we've had.
Right.
Obviously. I kind of forgot this had alcohol in it.
Gluten-free. 5%.
It's probably the best one of these I've had.
It's surprisingly okay.
Yeah. There's a little I guess that's just what the cane sugar makes me think of as vodka. Like that's just that kind of neutral, boring spirit that it's like that's the alcohol flavor that comes through, unfortunately.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
You know?
Yeah.
There's nothing else to cover that up. So
but it doesn't have a
kind of
funky aftertaste.
That's what I was just going to say. I get more of that initial just kind of alcohol burst is in the up front. Where kind of like if you're having like you wouldn't use vodka in a gin and tonic because that'd be a vodka tonic. But like if you were having something like that, you get kind of that, and that's what it reminds me of, where you get that initial hit of alcohol, but then it's the nice citrus and stuff. No, this is definitely my favorite one, and probably obviously if I could have poured, I should have grabbed that was what I was going to grab before I walked in. I'm very unprofessional. I was going to grab just some nice little Collins glasses, put some ice in there. Like if you watered this down even a slight bit more, probably even a little bit more delightful.
You wouldn't get much taste.
Maybe it would melt out the vodka.
It would snow melt out the vodka.
I see what you're saying. Okay, I see what you've done there.
One of my coworkers, he was saying that he's like, because I told him, I said, there it is. I said I'm gonna take one of these over to my brother and I'll try it as we open our show. And he's like, oh my gosh, now it's pressure. He's like, because I said I liked it. And I said, no, not at all. I said, we all have different tastes. And he said, he said he would rather just drink something like this out at the pool and by the pool than a beer. He said the beer dries him out a little bit more and just not his. So I can
understand why he would say that, but I mean, that's, there's a lot of people that are wrong in the world.
There's a lot of people
I'm
that
kidding.
just are wrong.
No, I get like this one. This would be one that I would almost. This sounds silly. I would almost consider drinking this.
I would almost, yeah.
Depending on what else I had. Like if we'd already had a couple beers and they were like, all right, let's go. Like what's going to happen in like a week and change? And like we go out to the pool. I might actually go like, oh yeah, we should have that. And this would be something, especially if Joe's around, it'd be like, oh, you should try one. Like, what do you think of this? Or like have everyone kind of try one.
Yeah.
If did this all you had though? I've just told everyone they're going to have one of these and now they're not there.
No, we have them. Well, at least for now we've got them. So.
Okay.
But I don't, or I might just have a actual
beer,
Waterloo or carbonated if I need a break.
Yeah, that's kind of,
Then why do I need to have another 5% and just have that flavor?
Is that what it is? Is that 5?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't need to. Maybe I take a little break from alcohol consumption.
Yeah.
And then have something else a little bit later when we're snacking after the pool activities or something like that.
I know. It's a long, fun-filled day. I'm looking forward to it.
The scale has been removed from the pool. So it's good. There's fresh water in the pool.
Did you have someone actually do that?
Yeah, the same guy that Joe used. Oh. He's a really nice guy. He did a good job.
He came out sunburned, but it was good.
No, he starts early and he's got his.
Does he have like does he just use a tool and just kind of?
No, it's almost like he pressure washes it off of there.
Oh. Does it take long?
That actual part, no. I mean, he got to the house.
Does he take long doing it? I should say.
He got to the house at 7. And he left at 11:15, but the last like hour or so, he and I were just talking. We were talking about how to start the water up again, as far as chemicals and different stuff. And he was just putting equipment. So no, he was the actual part. That didn't take very long at all. So
I have to look into doing that then.
Yeah, he's booked up.
Was he reasonable?
Well, it depends. It was $600
That's
for
not
that,
too bad.
and also.
But then what else did he do?
He drained our pool. As well. He usually drains
just him. Like he went in there with a hose.
Yeah. He got it going.
It takes a while.
He
It's a great image.
got it lowered. He said he usually lowered a little bit, but like we wanted it drained because we wanted to start fresh because our chemicals and it was all way out of whack anyways, and had been recommended that we drain. So
because that's always one of those things. Like, do I throw in like 1,000 chemicals to try and fix it? Totally worth it. Okay.
Yeah, no. See,
2 thumbs up from Pocket.
The good thing was, so her, where she's using her office looks back out on the pool. And I had said to him, I said, "Is this going to be really loud?" Because my wife's she's on a meeting right there, and he's like, "No," he's like, "It'll just sound like a hissing kind of sound, like the equipment that he had running it was out front, which is where we would have moved her to, which would have been loud."
Okay.
But then all of a sudden, he's doing it, and all of a sudden I get a text from Pocket, and she's like, "It looks so good." And I was like, and it did. It had looked.
And the pool too.
Yeah.
Oh wait. Like, wow, this guy's very attractive. Yeah.
He looks so good.
There you go. Yeah, no, that sounds like I said, I definitely could see where that's worth it. But yeah, there's always that interesting thing where it's like I could drain my, all the chemicals I could throw in it maybe to make it better. And like, you've seen those, like I've seen, at least when I'm on TikTok, if you're not following us on TikTok, you could do so. Famous plug. But when I've watched in there, I've seen people that are like pool guys and they're like, I'm going to fix this pool in 24 hours. And it looks absolutely disgusting. And he, it's just 9 different treatments and vacuuming up all the allergy and do all, so it's like, it can be done, but it's like, is it easier to, but also then sometimes you're like, we are in the desert, just getting rid of all that water. Did you feel bad about it? You felt a little bit. Tell me you felt a little bad about it.
No, we didn't. It definitely didn't. For a lot of reasons, that wasn't my choice. But you get to a certain point and you're just, there's minerals that have just built up in there over the years that, and things have it's just happened over the years.
Do you guys not backwash your pool at all?
No, we don't have a backwash.
Oh, okay. That makes more sense then. Yeah, see with ours, like, every like 3-4 weeks, because we do the sand filter.
Right.
So then it's backwash. So then you're always replacing about like a quarter of your pool, like every once in a while. So then it's like you don't have to do that giant kind of, that makes more sense then. All right.
It used to be like we would drain it a lot, some, because in the wintertime, the rain would take it like right up to the top.
Yeah, yeah.
But that did not happen this year. That's the first year that I can recall in a long time where I didn't have to be at, because I was actually ready for it to happen, and it never happened.
He's just sitting out in a rocking chair like an old man with a gun, and you're just like, I'm waiting for the rain. I'm waiting for that rain to come.
Where's the rain?
Pocket, it's going a little higher.
So anyway, but yeah, no. So that is ready, and then we're gonna get some landscape work done next week. So
wow,
we'll be ready to
Does
go.
that mean we're coming over to help you landscape? Is that
That's
I
right.
Just realized I
Everybody
thought it was
needs
a party,
to come
but
over
it
a few
not.
hours early. And
Even
bring
earlier.
a truck and a tarp.
We want to help you guys work up an appetite. We've got some digging to do.
That's right. We'll have coffee in the morning, get you guys going, and then.
Oh my God, that's hilarious. No, that is going to be super fun as it always is. Yeah, it seems like good weather too. Like sometimes you don't, where it's usually like
rainy,
closer around 4th of July where we kind of have rain and we've been out doing stuff, and then all of a sudden hopefully. Hopefully, if we play that pool volleyball game again, we don't have Alex beating the ball like way out into the into the outer brush again.
Yes.
So like,
I got to get some beach balls. That reminds me. Okay,
you're on. We bought a raft for, like I said, because Rachel always likes sometimes just sitting out in the pool or whatever. So we actually bought a raft. Berserker, good to see you. Hello.
Hello.
We've been planning this for years. It's why we got you all used to brunch. It is the longest con ever in a family get together. I love it. But we always get usually get some sort of raft or flotation device, and Rachel winds up liking those. And we got it literally same day. It had a hole in it.
Oh,
we blew it up. She went outside and she was out in the pool. I was doing stuff here on the computer, and then I went out at some point because we've been trying to get Pippin, our new puppy, been trying to get her acclimated to the pool and getting her in and kind of having her, hopefully enjoy doing that, because that's always fun when you kind of have a dog wants to go swimming. And it was literally like walked out there, and she's like, yeah, there's already like a very small hole. She's like, I was laying it and I rolled to I kind of turned to one side, and all of a sudden I heard it. I was like, are you kidding
She's
me?
like, help!
I mean, it was only a $5 raft, but I don't know,
Still,
$5 in a day.
You should get
still,
a day's worth. Yeah.
I was overcharged. Yeah. Hello, beverage boys. How goes things? Berserker, it is going great.
Hello.
We are just sipping the first beverage of the evening, which I forgot to hit that button, but these are all the things we're having tonight. We did not have the circadian rhythm yet. We actually kind of reversed order. I didn't feel like changing things around. So we just had the... Oh, and I wrote hope. Grapefruit and hope spiked snowmelt.
Hope. Well, it is good to have things spiked with hope.
It's good
because that's maybe the greatest of things.
Right. That is the greatest of things. All right, let me fix that while we're chatting. Hop as in hops. Spikes no. So it's another one of the spiked seltzers, one of the active lifestyle brand things.
Spiked with hope.
I think Keith and I are both trying to figure out if possibly any of these things are worth liking. And this one is
probably our favorite of what we've had.
Would agree.
Not necessarily needing to rush out and buy it.
Spiked with Hope was my nickname in college. That'd be a good
hope.
name to have. But yeah, this one is definitely my favorite. Still has that, like, since it's sugar cane that they're using to get, eventually to get the alcohol. It still kind of has that initial burst of just kind of neutral spirit vodka kind of thing to it. But it's more on the front as opposed to the back. The back just has a nice finish, it's grapefruit and citrus. And I would be interested in trying others of these. I still would probably not buy them.
Right.
Outside of you buying these to try them, would you buy these again?
No.
Okay.
I mean, unless the only thing I would consider it for would be like a pool event. If I thought it might be an alternative for people who do want to have a little something with alcohol.
Don't like beer
and want something. Because it is light and refreshing. But like I said, if I'm going to get this taste from something, I don't need to have alcohol in it.
Yeah, I can just have, like you said, a Waterloo or some other
one of the other
just regular
delicious
water.
Even Spindrift is not quite that, but even something like that, I would.
No, those are good though too.
They're good, but they have more flavor, I guess, because they actually have fruit.
Yeah, that's true. Because they have a little bit of calories going on there.
Not quite as sparkling. They're sparkling, but they're not like a sparkling water. So,
and if you're out of your Seagram's Golden Wine cooler,
it's wet and it's dry.
My. Have you guys seen the Star Word Australian whiskey? I tried it this weekend and was quite the fan of it, honestly. No, I have not. Let me look that up as we were sitting here chatting about it.
We have somebody sometimes who's in chat that's from Australia.
We do, actually.
Maybe he's
I don't think they're here right now, but yes,
okay.
Usually because we've talked about gin with them, and there was what was the gin? Because it was like, it was like a kind of a joke, because it was like,
I forgot what it was called, but I remember that
couldn't find it anywhere else.
And he's, we think, working, right? Maybe.
Yeah, Starward whiskey. What did you have? Let's see. It looks like we've got twofold. We've got Solera single malt. And brother of Andrew. Hello. T Wolf, good to see you. How are you this evening?
Hello.
Brother of Andrew, or Keith, as he is known.
Or brother of Andrew's fine. It works.
I was used to be Keith's brother for a while, so I will take that for a change. I've always been Keith's brother.
Andrew's brother.
This, again, compliments either way.
Bevy's brother.
Bevy's brother. Hello.
No problem at all.
I've never heard of Australian whiskey, and I've gotten ads for it for some time, but it never shipped to the States. They finally started, and I ordered the twofold. Okay, the twofold. All right, let me look at that. It looks like they have it here at Caskers. Yoru, how's it going? Good to see you. How are you doing this fine evening? This uniquely Australian whiskey earned Best Australian Blended at the 2019 World Whiskey Awards. I like it. I like their marketing. It looks neat. I'm going to put this link in the pub section. This is usually people suggesting things. Like the last thing that was in there also was from you. Also, the ultra rare 14-year-old light whiskey. That was one of the last things in there. So yeah, I will definitely put that.
No, I'm just kidding.
I'm seeing it here for like around $30, like $35, depending on when you get. That one's 33. That they have the Solera single malt. That's close to 70. Old Town Tequila. Obviously, the branding caught me with Starward again. Yeah, yeah. What branding is that exactly? Solera single malt Australian whiskey, retoasted and resized specifically on aging our spirits. These barrels are 40 to 50 years old and have rich and complex flavors. Interesting. Single malt Australian whiskey. I would definitely love it. We should probably try and find some of that. I wonder if they have any of that at like Total Wine. Not that I'm against ordering from some of these sites, but it's nice not having to pay the shipping.
Right.
Shipping can sometimes be painful. Nope, not a Total Wine. Okay. You know what site I don't really like going to? Bevmo.
No, not so good.
I don't know. It seems like it always does not return any search. Yes, I'm 21. Search. See what we can find. We were tempted to open the Clearwater whiskey this weekend, but we decided to wait. Very tempting to look at it. I mean, I bet it is, but you've got to wait. You bought that for a very special reason. You need to wait for that. And it's going to be here. It's going to be here soon enough, and then that'll be a true celebration. It is a close friend of yours. It will be his last chemo treatment.
That is an excellent reason to celebrate.
I believe. If I'm incorrect, correct me on that, but that's what it was, correct?
Good, then.
And also, obviously, a huge whiskey fan, too, of his. But yeah, very close friend. It'll be his last treatment in like a month, 6 weeks, something. It's getting closer. I remember when we initially talked about it, it was like 2 months away. Now it's like maybe a month away. But again, correct me if I am wrong. Okay, don't see anything there. You are correct, sir. There we go. You are correct, sir.
You are correct.
Thank you, Ed McMahon. I appreciate it.
Aha, quite a character.
Quite a character. Oh, wait, that's
Sydney Greenstreet.
That's Sydney Greenstreet.
Now we've gone back to Humphrey Bogart
the Maltese
movies.
Falcon all of a sudden.
Yes.
Yes, sir. You're quite a character. I have not watched that movie in forever. Do you think those movies hold up?
I think Casablanca does.
I don't know if I've ever watched that the entire way through in one sitting. Is that one of your favorite movies? Is that why you're putting your head? I love it. I think it's good. I know. I was
intrigued.
And it was not because like, oh, this is terrible. It's just like, you see, I've seen like, I know the last like 45 minutes because I've obviously seen that scene a million times. I've seen other bits and pieces, the whole line that everybody gets wrong. She doesn't actually say play it again, Sam. She says like, Sam, play our song or something. Yeah. Or, play that funky music, white boy. I can't remember exactly what she says. But
hopefully it doesn't say that.
Yeah, that's true. It got delayed a week or two, so he's still got about 8 left. I'm hoping the whiskey will be worth the wait and an appropriate toast.
Yes.
No matter what, this is what we were talking about. I think it was sometime during the week when I was streaming. Someone was asking me. Actually, it was Adme was in chat, and he was asking. I guess he was going to be going down to Mexico, and he said, "Oh, is there anything I should pick up when I'm in Mexico?" And I was like, I really don't know. I'm like, I don't go down there, and everyone's always like, "You don't go to Mexico? You're in Arizona." I'm like, I don't leave the state. Nothing against Mexico. I just don't leave, So I was like, yeah, I really don't know what you could find down there. I'm like, because he was asking for something, I think, to get for his dad for Father's Day. Do you have a suggestion of something? And then, I was mentioning whiskeys, and then that was, he said, well, I'm going here. I was hoping you'd say something. I was like, well, here's some of the tequilas we like, but it's probably different down there. Maybe they have different, I would look for something local that the locals say is amazing. But anyway, I also said, unto that, sometimes when you actually decide to have the spirit can make it all that much more amazing and enjoyable. It's because of the company you keep. The reason is there. And so even if something is maybe normally you would realize it to be average quality, if you were opening it for a very specific reason, it's going to taste that much better. So no matter what, unless it is literally like just grain alcohol in there, that will probably be an amazing flavor and a memory that you guys will share. So
what is it? It's in Sideways where they're talking about that really expensive bottle, and she's like, any day that you open a blah, 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 it's a special day.
Yeah, exactly. That's 100%. Very well. Well, thank you. Like I said, that was exactly what I was thinking that day, because he was asking different things. And I was like, well, this one's good. And I said, some of these things I have memories with certain, higher end things. Because I think that also came up like, oh, would you ever spend, is anything, and this has come up on TikTok too, like I said, following them, like people have been talking about like, oh, is it, anything over $300, you should never pay that for bourbon. Nothing is that good. Nothing. It's like, well, probably not, but like
depends on your financial situation too.
Yeah, like I don't think you should overpay for things like the things that are so wonderful right now that are just as they say, if you're buying them secondhand market that are just overly expensive. Yes, and that is but there are some that people naturally ask for. Like I said, the one I always talk about, that Boss Hog that I had, the Samurai Swordsman. If you go buy that bottle, it's like $400 or $500. But if I actually had the money and had that, like, I would have one of those. It was delicious. The complexity in there was like I had never had, and it was absolutely fantastic. Yeah. So, a lot of it depends on have a shot of that.
Your disposable income.
Yes. Yeah, exactly. For most people, no. And like I said, obviously, I've never bought one of those. So yeah, that one is, too pricey for me. But, I brought up that every year we always do a special podcast where we, throw in a little bit, and thankfully to everybody's generosity when they subscribe to the channel, or if they tip or any of those kind of things, all that stuff winds up going toward our end of the year podcast, and we put some of that together, and we buy something that's more expensive that we normally would not buy. We share it, and we share it with our family. And like I said, and that's because of all you guys. And several of those that we've bought have been $250. Like I said, last year was one of the cheaper ones. Like it was only two, like it was like 196 or something.
We've done it 3 times, and we spent like $179 and then like
230,
40 to 50 or something like that. And then
last year was back to like 200.
So Yeah.
So maybe next year. Maybe next year. I don't have a bevygasm emote, but I feel I should. Zaku, thank you for the 21-month resubscribe. Greatly appreciated. Love
So
you,
those
bud.
aren't.
Good to
That's
see
not
you.
an acronym.
No.
Is that saying gasm?
Yeah, that's saying what you think it means.
Okay. All right.
Good to see you. How is your Warzone going? I saw you were playing Warzone on your. This man finally got a new PC, and so he's actually enjoying life, seeing all of the frames and everything else. So we finally having some good video time. Now he just needs a new monitor. That's when you go down this road. You're like, oh, I need a new PC because I need this. And also you're like,
shit.
well, now I should upgrade this too because now I'm not seeing all the things I can be seeing. Yeah, this could look better. It looks like shit.
Yeah.
I've also been interested in Jefferson's Agency. I have 2. I ran around with a ballistic knife destroying everyone there. It's almost like Monty Python, Holy Grail. Like just coming at him. Oh my God. Yeah, the Jefferson's Aged at Sea, I have... The very first time when we were picking something out, Ron, I think we made that leap to that $180-ish when we bought that first bottle. We were looking at that one because that was like around 90 or 100. And I think we were also at the same time, we're like, oh, I wish this was a little more, because we were trying to find a certain dollar amount when we first did it. I've heard, and it's obviously all of those are different. The bottles are different because they're aged differently. Some of the recipes are different. Heard definitely mixed reviews on those. And Jefferson in general, for some reason, I don't know if Blanton's is the new Jefferson or vice versa or whatever, but like Jefferson sometimes gets a lot of hate for no reason. I think like, I don't know. I still think their original one is fine. Like it's not my favorite thing like anymore just because I've had so many other things, but I don't know. Some of their upper end stuff, like I had a bottle of and actually we did a podcast on it. You can go in the archives at AboutBeverages.com or check out on YouTube, but that one that was aged in, it was like Pinot Noir barrels or something like that because my friend, HJ, they had given it to me for either Christmas or birthday or something. And that one was excellent, and that one was around 60-ish, 65, maybe a little more, something like that. It was a little pricier. But yeah, they just seem to be a little bit more hit and miss just because of, I don't know why. They definitely seem to be a little more hit and miss. But also not fond of cherishing the memory of Thomas Jefferson. Yeah, that's the problem. Like, I don't like him. Founding father. How dare he? Yeah, there's good and bad in everyone, I guess.
Yeah. Learn to live.
We all
learn to give each other what we need to survive. Yeah. Together alive. Did you had Ebony and Ivory in there.
I did for a second there, didn't I? So did Thomas Jefferson.
Oh,
I don't know. That's a deep cut right there.
Learn to live.
Yeah, that is the best of one of those that we've had.
Yeah.
That is the one I could recommend. I'm trying to think, what are the other ones we've had?
The Shell House from Trader Joe's.
Okay.
The pomegranate and the lime.
Yeah, the most recent one was the one I liked, one of the ones I liked the least. What was that one?
We had one...
you have to go in the archives.
Yeah, what was... Oh, wasn't there a...
YouTube.
Was there one from Lagunitas? No. Or there was something from somewhere.
Yeah, was it
one of the San Diego breweries?
IPNA? That was non-alcoholic.
That was an alcoholic beer. There was something from a San Diego brewery, I thought. But
we had
San Diego.
Coincidence. But yeah, a lot of people are doing these now. This is definitely, obviously, everyone's trying to grab some of this market segment. Stone Brewing, I mentioned actually as we were doing our pre-show. Modern Times also has one of these out as well. Four Peaks. If you can, basically, if you have a brewery and it's like you've got a little space off to the side, you're probably going to start making these for those people.
You're going to dabble.
Yeah. And I think a lot of it started probably as you had more and more customers coming in that were probably forcing another person with them that normally does not like craft beer or does not like beer. So then it's like, a lot of places usually had wine on draft, like, if you're going to tap and bottle or something. Right. And then this became like the new alternative, like the kind of like, oh, you can still,
The tap and bottle anniversary beer is released this weekend, I saw. At their
Is it out
yet? I don't know if it's out yet, but I saw downtown they're going to have it. The Can't Hardly Wait triple.
Is it another reference by a band that I have no idea really that much about?
It is.
Okay.
But Scott told me, though, that, and I thought that
next
was kind of cool.
Next year they're going to pick the Doors.
It's that specific song, he said they played a lot when they were getting closer to getting open, I think, downtown. And the title's Can't Hardly Wait. And so I don't
okay.
even know if I want to know the song, but that title and that, I thought that was a cool story.
Yeah,
that he shared. So this is why he's like, they're sharing it for an anniversary beer. So
yeah, that's a wonderful story.
But
it's a triple though. That sounds great.
A triple. Yeah.
I saw the pictures on Instagram of, I think it was Scott was down at Tombstone Brewing, who they work with to do this anniversary beer, and he was loading up the cases and like, see you in a week or something. I can't remember what it was. And I was like, wow, you're taking all this to go drinking and then you're going to see us in a week? I was like, what is this bullshit? What is this?
He's going to enjoy it first.
I will have this first. All right. Well, we should actually get to that other. We have another beer, quick,
sure.
right?
You want to, probably that before we get into the tea.
So we're gonna have a beer that you have also from Dark Sky Brewing. We're gonna try that. It's almost just kind of like another intro thing. Yeah. And then the major focus of tonight's podcast and just show in general is we were given several samples of tea from this company, Plum Deluxe. They do like handcrafted mixed teas. They have like a monthly tea program that they put together. We'll go through talk about their website a little bit. Hashtag not an ad. They just sent us some samples. They're like, hey, do you want to try some tea? See if you guys like it.
Yep.
We said, sure. We'll always try something
we
like
love
that.
Tea.
And give our honest opinion on it, especially as people that were in coffee and tea for let's just say combined 3 decades.
That's right.
That's gonna be my new move, I think. 3 decades worth of combined knowledge here in the coffee and
throw
tea
in Baker,
industry.
and it's over 4 decades.
Yeah, oh my God. You could.
Or 5. I had 11.
I had
the baby of the bunch.
I had 24. Okay, so about 60 years worth of tea. What we're saying here is a lot of tea enjoyment. We don't know everything about tea. We just know a lot of things that we like, and we do, like I said, are going to be able to express a lot of that here today.
Yep.
But we'll get into those as soon as we have this other beer. So we'll take a quick break, I guess. Probably a very short break. I can just go, or I can walk out and grab it too and walk back.
You can do that too.
I will do that. While I'll rinse out our glasses. If you want to, would you like to entertain the folks?
Well, you could do that, or you could hit them with Handsome Pete. But you might want to see Handsome Pete though. So cool caps.
That's Handsome Pete. He dances for nickels. Pete, you got some customers.
Gotta have a Handsome Pete. I don't even know if we had one last week, so maybe he'll have to pop up again later in the show. But Handsome Pete, still and always entertaining and having fun with that. So, Andrew's getting a beer that I brought. I actually bought a couple weeks ago when I was in Flagstaff. We podcasted last week on a beer from Dark Sky Brewing, and this is another one from them. Or maybe we didn't podcast, or did we just try it? I can't remember, but it was on the show. And so this is one the last one that I have that I bought from them, and it's called Circadian Rhythm. And it is an IPA, and it's aged in their oak footers. I forget.
Circadian rhythm. Is that like is that a sex term?
It's actually not.
It's not? Are you sure? Sounds like it is. Are we in circadian rhythm right now?
Circadian rhythm.
There was not one last week, so thank you. Oh, you know what?
No Pete. Yeah,
so
no
here, Pocket. You want to learn anytime not anytime, because there is a slight cool down timer on it. But if you were ever interested in hearing Handsome Pete, if you just click on the little cool cap button, and you can do this on mobile.
Okay.
This is not a PC only thing. That's why it's so weird why you cannot donate points.
Yeah, that's weird.
If you click on the little cool cap thing, a little thing will pop up, and there's all these options of things you can do with the points you've been earning by so generously watching our show.
Yeah.
And one of them is for 2,500. You can say, "I want to see me some Handsome Pete."
Handsome Pete.
We just ask that you don't do it while we're actually doing a
Random
real
Pete.
podcast. But we don't even worry about that tonight. Tonight
Randomly
is completely
Handsome
free.
Pete.
That's right. Debo the other day redeemed the things you shouldn't do or whatever.
Oh.
So I was playing, and that got some laughs in the chat. People were liking that.
Yeah, I was looking at the little list of stuff down there. So,
yeah, I might. I know we still have people that are waiting to get the flex. There are people that are saving up for it. They're ready for that day, and we are now finally ready. You're ready too, right?
I think I might be.
I think you might be finally prepared. I'm very excited about this at some point, whenever it happens. Oh, no, that's what I was going to look at. What else is here? I forget. You can say hello for 500. You can modify an emote. It's a big jump from 10 to 750. I'm going to come up with a few other little things.
Hello.
Stranger, thank you for the hello. Hello to you, too. I need to...
Yeah, I didn't think there was a Pete last week, so...
I need to see Book of Mormon again. I wish they'd have done like an actual like movie interpretation. You think Disney could do one of those?
Yeah, of course.
They did Hamilton. Ooh, that is cloudy. I had one. Have you ever heard of
Introducing-
Harlan Brewing?
Harlan. Well, it does sound familiar, actually.
They're also out of San Diego, California.
Harlan. It does sound familiar.
I'll stop pouring there. It seems a little chunky at the bottom.
Cider marinated soft-boiled eggs.
Cider marinated soft-boiled eggs because someone thought it was a good idea to drop them in there and put it in the fridge. How did they come out, Gallico?
There's a few. Let's see.
There's still a little bit of something in there.
Yeah, dry hopped with Amarillo, Citra, and Strata.
Okay.
Fermented in DSB fooder.
I think we were saying, like fooder.
Fooder.
We said fooder, and it's actually like fooder. It's like fooder or fooder.
6.8%.
Verdict, they taste not that bad. Careful.
Oh,
that was what I was saying. There's some chunks.
That's all right.
Okay.
Got to get the chunky goodness.
There might be some chunky goodness you don't want. I don't know. I don't know if I trust this brewery enough yet.
Well, I know, and that's why I almost had this during the week, but you had said that you liked the one we had last week, which was
the dank lettuce. Devil's lettuce.
The devil's lettuce.
I kept calling it the wrong because it's devil's lettuce, a dank IPA.
Yeah, dank IPA.
Kind of gives the cider a dryness, dare I say.
Good pine and some good fruit.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I hung on to it because you had said, "Ooh," you're like, I want to try more things from them. So it really makes the mouth water.
Oh, whoops. There we go. Now everything's right with the world.
There we go.
And all was right with the world. And they ate Sir Robin's minstrels.
The very brave Sir Robin.
To fight and die. Oh, no.
Yeah. His eyes gouged out and
his liver removed and his eyes gouged out. His nostrils raked and
Sir Robin.
Sir Robin ran away. He bravely ran away when danger rears its ugly head. He bravely turned his tail and fled. Brave Sir Robin. It's a fizzy beverage today. Yeah, the beverage we had earlier, which we just finished, was the grapefruit and hops from Upslope Brewing, but it was actually a what is it? Spiked
seltzer.
Spiked seltzer. Spiked. What was their term though? Spiked snow melt.
Snow melt. Yes.
So basically another spiked seltzer. The what is it? The Active Lifestyle Department.
Active Lifestyle Beverages. Yeah.
That's actually my full name. Active Lifestyle Beverages.
Active Lifestyle.
Active Lifestyle.
Not
Beverages.
About Beverages.
Yeah, Active Lifestyle Beverages.
That's your nickname. About.
We should
Active
immediately.
Lifestyle.
We need to grab that website.
Active Lifestyle Beverages.
I like it not as much as I had hoped. The aroma had me much more intrigued, and then the taste just kind of goes, I don't care about the front of your tongue.
Right to the back.
I'm going to go mostly to, middle to back. So back 3/4, like almost, and it's kind of like a little bitter ground pound.
Bitter, but carbonated.
Yeah, carbonated, a little dank. There's like kind of, or like some earthiness too, like with just the bitterness. So both of those things kind of hit.
Yeah.
Which probably is kind of plays into the, like, I just saw it there in the tasting, like I saw someone mention grapefruit, and that's kind of like grapefruit pith. Mm-hmm. I would agree with that. That actually kind of makes sense.
Yeah, because it goes right to the back of the middle back of the tongue.
So I like that because it's different. But those, again, this is one of those times where I know we talk about, sometimes I don't mind if there's some, if the two flavor or the flavor and the aroma are a little bit disparate, but like when it's kind of this much, it feels a little off. Like I think the aroma maybe should have had a little bit more of, like, less of the tropical, but overall still good. I definitely would have wanted multiple cans of the one we had last week, and this one I'd be like, oh, it's good to try. Like I'm surprised. I think this one actually gets a higher rating on Untapped, which surprises me a little bit.
I actually like it though.
I didn't say I just wouldn't buy it. Would you buy it again?
I would.
Say I don't think I would.
There's the after is good.
The retro nasal?
Not the retro nasal one. It's almost the retro.
The burp?
Yes. The retro lung.
I always liked that we had, like, initially when we started the show, is like we tried to find a better word for them, like the like the belch.
Well, when it repeats on you.
Yeah, the retro nasal was always a good option. There was another one I think you had said one that was also very good. But yeah, as opposed to saying, like, when it comes back up a little bit, that tastes pretty good. That's delicious right there.
Because there is a little, it's an odd, but it's a burst of flavor. But I actually kind of like that it's sort of pointed in that direction. I don't know. Maybe the second one I'd be like, yeah, I was wanting to like it too much. Sometimes I do that.
What did we say? Tropical aroma?
I thought it had some resin or pine as well. I thought. But yeah, definitely had the grapefruit as well.
We are now trying to always put, when I'm trying to do this a little bit more too, when I have the beers during the week when I'm gaming and doing whatnot. I've been trying to also at the same time log it in Untapped, especially if it's a beer. So not that we didn't have like already hundreds and hundreds of beers logged in there, but I'm trying to even be better about it. Yeah. So that's what I'm typing here. Like, what is he so interested? You know?
Yeah.
So we're trying to actually rate these and things. So you're more than welcome to follow us on Untapped. I don't have a direct link, but if you have the Untapped app, just search for About Beverages. You know, you can send a friend request. I allow all friend requests. Like, yeah, you can more than welcome see everything that we try.
We have no secrets.
We have no secrets. Not when it comes to beer. Sometimes this man has secrets because it goes out to Twitter.
Yeah, well, that's true. I had to erase that.
I told Jay about that.
I had to erase my comment. Yes. 7.5%.
He's like, oh, that sounds like good engagement. I said, I guess it wasn't engagement he wanted.
I didn't want to. I just wanted to say it and just have it be out there. But yeah. Well, because I thought it was a little bit technically, I understand that 7.5 is a double. I understand that. I just thought
I could have said the exact same. Like I would have defended you on that, or if you just said, you know, because I think I started to type something. You're like, oh, I already read it. And I was like, because I think I started like, well, I'll respond, like, you know, like happy to go, like, well, yeah, that's just kind of the lower end of what we're used to.
And
so
when they responded back, it wasn't bad. It was kind of like, hey, let's have a dialogue about this. But I, at that time, was not prepared for that. I was like, I didn't want to really do that. So
this man right here, I'll
leave that to you. You're better at that than I.
Tropical, and did you say a little pine? Is that what you wanted? A little resin?
I think so. Yeah, there's like a danky resinousness. Let's
go with that. Danky, a word? EY? No.
Danky, maybe just Y.
Doesn't like either of them. What do you think looks better?
And just using some dank. Not the dank, Mo.
I like danky resinous.
Mo, not the dank.
Oops, with some. Aroma is tropical with some dank and resin.
Yeah, good. See, the Diamondbacks lost their 23rd game in a row on the road. Ooh. They just set a sad major league record for most consecutive road losses. 23. Yeah.
By the Diamondbacks or anybody ever?
By anybody ever. The Mets from like 62 or something like that, and the Philadelphia Athletics from like 1946 or something. Yeah,
it's always rough with baseball too, because it's like you're talking like 100 billion years worth of history.
There's a lot of history.
It's not just like this game we invented 4 weeks ago. You're the worst team ever. It's like, or that's even sad when they do the like modern era.
In the modern era,
refreshing with substance.
Oh, yes.
I know, isn't that a great shirt?
I've got
That's a good color too.
I was in the mood to wear a little About Beverages merch today. Could be a little. I like when the neck is a little thicker.
Oh, okay.
Maybe
if you just lifted a little more, or did some more exercise a little bit.
There's all kinds of modifying you can do, but then you can't move. You have to stay absolutely still.
Every couple minutes, keeps just like pulling his shirt backwards.
Oh, I probably do.
Just doing the.
Oh, I'm sure I do. Try not to be as focused on it.
I do the same thing. Like I'm always like, if you see me like when I'm streaming, especially for that long period of time, like I'll be sitting there and so I'll be like just adjusting. I'm like, I don't.
What's the trick? They used to say for the news anchors would sit on their jacket to keep themselves more.
Yeah, to keep them more a little bit.
Is that from broadcast news?
It might be
from one of those.
That definitely might be. I mean, I always get the funny thing. People always, because of the normal chair that I sit in, and just like where I put the microphone so that it kind of makes me stay more up straight. Like everyone always thinks I'm standing.
Oh,
hey, doing some standing gaming today. Like new people that come in, and then everyone in chat just kind of starts laughing. I'm like, nope, and I like get up, and they're like, oh my god,
show you how tall I really am.
Yeah, how is your chair? It's like, no. Hello everyone, I'm Dr. Hi Dr.
Hi everybody.
Hey look, it's Mr. McGregor with a leg for an arm and an arm for a leg. All right, what about the taste?
Hi everybody.
And then we'll arm wrestle for the score. Taste to me is more grapefruit at the back end, like grapefruit, like
There's
that.
definitely grapefruit bitter.
Grapefruit, yeah.
I like the body though. But it definitely there is a bite.
Dank.
Yeah,
Also
it's definitely
dank.
dank. Yep, it's the dank Mo.
Funk? Would you say funk or dank? I guess dank, actually. I know it's funny,
Yeah.
but that actually means two different things to me.
More dank.
Dank.
More dank than
And
funk.
do you still get the piney and piney?
Yeah,
Maybe
there's a
not.
little bit of something in there still. But it's all, like you said, it all happens in the back quarter of your palate and tongue, I think. Back third to quarter. Hi, everybody.
Hi, Dr. Nick. All happening toward the back of the palate.
Yes.
All right.
I like when he's talking about eating or dieting and he takes the piece of chicken and he said, take the food and rub it on a piece of paper if you can see through. Because it's like to see if it has grease on it.
Oh.
And to show it shows it. And if you can see through the paper, then you shouldn't be eating it.
All right. What do you want to rate this one?
I'd give it a 4.
Okay.
Myself. How low are you going to go?
I was going to go 3.5.
How low?
So we'll go
Where
3.75.
did you go? Okay. Yeah, that's good. That's a compromise.
I think so. Last call to go hard with Untapped. Oh my God, that sounds.
Wow.
I don't want.
Whoa.
No, easy.
It's a whole new app that you're
New
on
Brew
now.
Thursday level 6. Drink beer you may have never had before on 3 different Thursdays in a 20-day period.
Okay.
Level 6. So we do that a lot because hence we podcast here a lot about
on
beverages.
Thursdays. That's right.
That works out
To
well.
bring something new.
Someone gave this a 5, a 4, 4.5, a little less than that. Anyone else say anything? Decent. It's not my favorite brewing style, so I don't feel super qualified to judge, but they gave it a 4. How is decent a 4? Like, everyone's rating scale is all messed up.
Yeah.
That's what's always kind of just absolutely like, yeah, a 4 is not decent. Super impressed with Dark Sky. I mean, I definitely, this does not turn me off. Like, it's just, I think it's just not initially to my taste.
I would want to buy at least one more.
Okay.
And maybe try it on draft. Maybe get it.
See, I would try it on draft just to be like,
Yeah.
oh, I wonder kind of like, how that goes.
Does that stuff stick with you? So, but yeah, definitely. Still feel it back there.
Yeah.
The burn. Maybe that's
Feel the burn.
Maybe those are the solids that came gushing
That
forth.
could be. I am getting a little bit more as I get, which there might be even some more in that one a little bit too. A little bit more of that where it's like the solid, like the hop solids or whatever that are in there. Definitely kind of
that
can
could be
taste that where it's the hop matter kind of hitting a little bit more.
Oh, the hop always matter.
Mm-hmm. Been trying to get down to the hop of the matter.
Oh, that's good.
But the lupulin will get weak.
And the aromas will scatter.
But I think it's about
enjoyment.
Yeah, that's not bad. I couldn't think of anything.
Enjoyment.
Yeah, it's better than what I can think of.
even if you won't buy one anymore.
Even if you won't drink me anymore.
No.
There are brews in your life who've come and gone. They've let you down.
They've gone out of business.
You gotta pour them all beside you. 'Cause life goes on.
Keep carrying that alcohol, it'll eat you up inside. Keep drinking that alcohol.
Keep drinking the alcohol, eat you up inside. Baby.
The hop of the matter. Okay.
That's not bad. Not bad.
All right, we've
Sounds
gone
like a
Don
shirt.
Henley.
We have, and I think now we need to go. We need to go tea.
Plum Deluxe.
We got Plum Deluxe teas
We're
here.
Going Plum Deluxe on us here.
We're gonna be having just a whole mess of teas. We've got I had to bring in a separate table. We've got
I see the
cups. We've got multiple Bodems. We've got a kettle that we'll have to go fill with some
Do
water.
we have the tea cam? No, we don't.
No, we could have though. Well, that one's on. Is that the Phil cam?
Collins cam?
Collins cam's looking over there. Where is Collins? Do I have Collins cam still on? He should be on here. Where are you, Collins cam? Where are you, Phil? That's weird. Why? Podcast.
Let's see what that gives you. Well, that'll learn you.
Oh, there it is. Why, it's way down there.
We haven't used it in so long.
Yeah. Gonna see something. All right.
Oh,
It's not much of nothing. There you go. There's our Bodum. We have 2 Bodums over there. We've got a kettle. We've got some cups already. We'll have to go fill in the water. There's my unpainted white wall. There's my door.
that's a door. Yeah.
When is a door not a door?
When it's a window?
When it's a jar.
Oh, okay. Can do the. Ooh.
Yeah, you can see a little bit of my awkward setup there. You can see my Batman poster that's over there.
Get a little tour.
Yeah, everyone wants a tour. Hi! Get a little tour. Yeah. Our old mixing board.
Old mixing board.
Right there. That's our old mixing board we used to use. That thing is
We sound so much different now.
super old. Well, ain't you just plumb tuckered out? Our multiple monitors, angle of that thing there, the green screen's behind us, green wall. See, look, still greens out a little bit. Yeah, that is all. This is our table there of all the other things.
Okay.
All right, behind the scenes camera. Let's take that off. Oops, no, not that one. Nope, that's fine. That's true.
What's that?
Still gotta get that on a shirt. I have 2 shirt ideas.
Gary
This is
V.
one of them. I have the other one will be up
Gary
soon.
V liked your photo.
Gary V liked your photo.
Pocket like the tour, behind the scenes tour.
Did
there.
you like the behind the scenes tour?
Behind the scenes and under the table. Wait, no.
Oh wow! If it was against, it'd be against terms of service. So we went that kind of behind the scenes, behind the scenes and up the shorts.
No.
No. All right, we're gonna go get this. Might be a slightly longer break because we gotta get some water together, organize a little bit. But when we come back, we're gonna hit a whole bunch of teas, and yeah, we'll play some music while we're going too. Hopefully, it'll be
Really good.
I'm hopeful.
Really good.
I'm very hopeful. All right, be right back. Oh, don't ever bother me during my private reflection time. We are back, and we're ready to do some tea. We actually just watched the entire Dodgeball movie the other night.
Oh, that's never a bad time.
It's actually a good, really good. Like,
It's
that one holds
still
up. It's
so
still
good.
funny.
Nobody makes me bleed my own blood.
Yeah. It's just like the little
so
things that he
many
does. Yeah.
funny
When he's
things in
walking, like after the one match, and he's walking by someone, he bumps into him, and he just hits the Pepsi cup like so far. That makes my wife just like literally die laughing every time because it just seems like it was not written, was not like he just all of a sudden just like did it because the guys, you're like, what the?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, he's so good, and I can never repeat accurately, but the line with it, like, I find if you don't have goals,
Oh, yeah.
then you never have to worry about achieving them.
yeah.
I have to tell you, it feels.
Don't you have any goals?
Feels phenomenal.
It feels phenomenal. True. Sad. Pathetic and sad.
Yeah, all of those things.
Hard to believe I only had a half a year of junior college.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so we are going to have a bunch of teas. This is going to be kind of a non-standard format. Normally, we'd go into a little podcasting mode and all this kind of stuff, but
Right.
we've got several that we're going to try. We're going to just kind of see how many we, as we're tasting them, we're like, yeah, let's keep going. Let's keep trying some more. We have up to basically like 4 or 5 that we could try. So we're just going to leave it all open. If you guys have questions, comments, whatever else, we've got the website open of Plum Deluxe is the name of the tea company. Let me get up the graphic here. I actually made this graphic myself. Do we like it?
Looks good.
I combined this graphic
Yes.
with this graphic, which I shrunk down and adjusted and then turned
From their site?
from their site.
Oh,
So
okay.
I'm thinking they should reach out to me and maybe have me work on their site stuff.
yes,
Maybe I should
yeah.
work on their social
This
media
is their,
things.
this is part of your...
This is my application
your
to work
quest.
on their website.
Plum Deluxe. See me.
Yeah.
Hear me.
See-
This is what I can do for you.
Take me.
Um,
Take
Take it.
take
everything.
everything. Amy,
What's the
don't
buddies, right?
you know the difference between sex and food? No. Do you want to have lunch tomorrow? Sorry, bosom buddies reference. Anyway, so we're gonna have a bunch of things from Plum Deluxe Tea. They were kind enough. They reached out to me. They said, "Hey, About Beverages, would you guys like to try some teas?" And we said, "Guess what? We are very familiar with
We'd
teas.
love to.
We worked with tea. We've blended teas. We've done a lot of things for. As we did the math earlier on, it's like almost 100 years in this. No, accurately,
least a
the two people
century.
sitting at this table over 30 years."
Yes.
Total time working in coffee and tea.
Yes.
If you add in another person in chat that is very close to us, like you get in the like 50-year range. So a lot of people being involved with tea, so we know things about tea. Be curious. We need full deets on water temp, steeping time, etc. we will get into a lot of those things. With black tea,
Yes.
you go almost to boiling, which most of the ones we're
Right.
having today are black tea. We're not
Right.
doing any. We don't have any greens. We do have an oolong and a Darjeeling, so we might adjust it down a little bit from
Yeah, a little bit.
there. But yeah, we will talk all about the numbers as we kind of start going here. We just want to figure out which order we want to do these in. Which we maybe
the
want
water
to
is
smell again.
the water's heating rapidly as we speak.
That did go fast. Is there a way to should we turn it back off and we'll reheat it in a second? 'Cause
We
we're
can
probably going
if
to
we
talk
need
for a
to,
little
yeah.
bit.
Yeah,
Tea is just leaf soup. You're not wrong, Debo.
Leaf
You're not
soup.
wrong. And be curious. It is good to see you here. Good to see you.
Darjeeling. This is the one with the smoky, I think, right?
Yeah, that one's probably more
That
toward the
one's
end. I
toward
think this
the
one's
end.
got. Once we figure out the order, we'll start telling you a little bit more about the tea.
This one should definitely be at the beginning because it's just Darjeeling, right?
Yeah, that one pretty much is. This one has lavender in it.
Yeah.
I mean, we could start with that. Do you literally want to start with just a black? How much is there?
And what?
Hold on. We have a scale too. We're doing a lot of this by weight.
We need here. Let's have this. Oh, that'll focus on you though. Do it like this.
Do you want to? We could for a second. Hold on.
I don't know how to.
Then I have to move my. Hold on. We could move this. Wait. Hadn't even thought of these things.
Oh yeah,
We got
There we
T.
go.
Got T cam here.
T-cam.
Make that a little. Whoops. No, I didn't want to move it. Whoop.
Little T magic going on there.
That's
Do
right.
I need to
Was that Tracy McGrady?
T magic?
Oh, that's T Mac. That's a good old basketball reference right there. So anyway, so to permanently have that. So we've got the scale. Hold on, let's get to our grams there. So how much is actually in? Well, that's the package that I was
Damn
going
it.
to use. God damn it!
Okay, we'll use my pen.
Well, this you can tilt.
It didn't work though. Oh, I didn't realize that. Okay. Don't look directly at T-cam at all times because it might make you a little dizzy.
Does anyone have a weight? This can't be less than a gram. Wait a minute. I guess it could be. Maybe the scale's not sensitive enough.
The scale?
Hold on. Hold. Okay, 2 grams.
2 grams. Yeah, we're probably not going to be able to do too much with that.
Yeah, not really.
Okay.
This would be good for like a cup,
Yeah.
but we're doing a little bit more than that. All right,
Yep.
so we're going to skip on the black tea.
Yep. And it's got some maple and stuff in it anyway. So.
Oh, did it? I'm sorry. I thought it was actually just black
no,
tea.
it's got a little extra magic, I think. Right.
Assam black tea, African black tea, Darjeeling, Vermont maple
Yeah.
extract. Okay,
Yeah.
never mind. Not that some of these don't, but I thought that was like we could just start off with their very basic
This
black
one
tea.
definitely is tea only. Well, and some safflower, but no additional flavorings.
This one's very aromatic. Oh, this one that has love and gratitude in it.
Love and gratitude.
I'm not kidding. It actually says that on the
Okay.
ingredients.
Well, we had a beverage spiked with hope before, so
It's true.
this one has love and gratitude. Love and okay. So how much did we say we were gonna?
This one also has. This one has cinnamon and ginger. That's the fireside one. That one's probably last.
What did we say? 7.5 grams.
7.5 grams for the. Okay. Pure teas go for. Yeah, we don't have any pure teas though. These are all blends except for. Well, this first one. Is this first one technically a pure
Well,
tea?
it's got some safflower leaf.
But just for color though. It's not like actual.
Right, blue malva flowers and safflower. So that just adds color.
That's just going to add because they just don't want it to look. They wanted to cut their tea a little bit. Yeah, you probably just wind up going. There you go. That's fine.
Okay.
Perfect. All right, so we're doing roughly 8 grams, 7.5 to 8 grams for the 20 ounces of water. We're doing the 3 grams per 8 ounces method, which is what we've always used. You could adjust from there.
Right.
If you like your tea a little bit stronger, you want to steep it a little more. There is some variance within that range. Also with black teas, we do kind of what used to be called like a walking boil, wouldn't you say? Where you get your water up to a boil, and then it's
Yeah.
like you turn it off, and then you just basically, in the time it takes you to walk over, you get down to that temperature.
You get
of-
you lose a couple degrees there. So
around that 195 degree range is kind of where you want to be.
Yeah.
185 to 195 for your black teas. 175 if you're doing greens. You don't want to steep those quite as high because they can get a little
Yeah.
more bitter, a little bit more acrid. We feel.
Yeah, and
Again,
I haven't even, I haven't looked up this information in a long time, but yeah, whites and green used to be like in the 160s, I think, even.
Yes.
Because they're more delicate.
Yeah, the more delicate your tea gets, you go even a little bit lighter. But again, like you may like some of those flavors naturally.
Yep.
I'm not going to tell you not to do it, but
Well, and even like when I do like Numi tea bags and things like that, I let it steep longer because I am fine with that extra. You get a little more body, you get a little more astringency maybe, and then because later on, usually if I'm making it in this is the Assam teapot, right?
Assam teapot, Bodum
from
tea
Bodum.
press.
Yeah, tea press. Because when I'm doing it in something like this, the first cup I have warm or hot, and the second cup I usually pour over ice later, so I don't mind a little. But that's
because
just
it's going to
me.
get watered down.
Yeah,
yeah,
and I don't mind a little more strength for my teas, but a true tea master or somebody who knows is going to have like this really dialed in as far as the weights, the water temperatures, and a lot of times what I've even
which I do more with coffee. Like I'm a little bit more. Kind of like over the top with how I make my coffee.
People will get like second, third, fourth steepings from teas. Actually, I've read it, and to me, I don't. By the time it's getting into even the second one, I'm not wanting that. So,
I agree with that as well.
But like there are a lot of people that will do that. Because
depends on what you're doing. Depends on what you're doing with it. Depends on what you're looking for. If you're going to use it as, possibly, if you're letting it do that longer steep and it's a second steep, maybe you open that up and you turn that into part of a marinade or a rub or something like that. You could totally do that kind of thing.
Right.
But for us, I don't. A lot of times it's money saving things, and when it comes to an enjoyment of something, like I don't need to like get 4 different uses out of like one tea because it's like, oh, I'm able to get to that. It's like, no, I want the best that it can be, and then I'm happy to only have a cup. So anyway, but for us right now,
is that the next one we're gonna do? Oh no, I did this already.
That's the one we are currently doing.
Okay.
So we did 8 grams. It'll be 20 ounces of water, 8 grams of tea. We are trying the Royal Darjeeling Black Tea. I'm going to look this up on their website again if you want to find out any other information. Hashtag not an ad. This is all. We're just going to be giving our opinions on this. They sent it to us, wanting us to see if we wanted to talk about it, if we wanted to try some of their products, and we are just happy to do so.
Guess what? We're doing that.
And guess what? We are doing
What's the next one?
Well, that was up to you.
Maybe the black currant one?
Pick one. I put them in the order I thought maybe that would work, but you see what you think. There it is. There's the button I was looking for. So, last link right there. The Plum Deluxe Tea is the website, and they have hundreds of blends. They do a monthly. Like I said, that you can pay for like almost like a monthly subscription where like, hey, I want your featured tea of the month kind of thing.
Were you thinking that one?
Yes. I smelled them both, and it was like I said, it was close
really
call.
I'm going. Oh, I'm not. I don't need to do this by weight.
No.
Do it anyway.
We can find out what it winds up being.
Oh yeah. Riveting.
I know, right there.
Video.
That's right. That's why we'll get a couple of these going. We can just taste through them. But yeah, I'm very excited. I've not had. Right about there.
That's good.
Yeah, I guess you could put a little more in there. Maybe the water right up to the rim part there. I think that was right where it was. Yeah. Perfect.
Like 650.
Yeah. So and we had 8 grams. So about 640 grams worth of water, if you want to go for that kind of information.
And I probably don't want to put this on this vinyl surface, right? Because it's hot.
Oh, I hadn't thought about that part.
Here,
You got a towel there?
There's one thing.
That should be fine.
And we're going to do 5 minutes?
Yeah. Set your watch for that.
I should use my phone on that. Timer.
I got Google doing it.
Stop. Oh, you got it? Okay.
Yep.
Google's doing it for us.
Google, you can let it type in 5-minute timer. It just starts.
Okay, that's good.
All right, so let's get the other one. We have 2 like presses here, thankfully, because Keith brought his over. I had mine going.
We were talking about how awesome it is that we've decided to brew hot tea when it's 110 degrees outside.
We also talked about that.
We discussed that, but hey. Well, that's what we did already.
Oh, I hit the wrong button.
Oh, I didn't. It's funny. I did this with the other one almost, and I realized I didn't need to.
You don't need
do
to
it, but I did it again. Anyways,
I know they sealed so nicely.
They did.
This man right here.
Well, Well, because that's why the little notch is there, so you tear it open. But I guess they didn't have it heat sealed. So
Yeah.
All right, so we're going to 80.
There we go.
Okay.
So this one, the second one that we'll be doing is so this is a decaf tea. Decaf Reading Nook Blend Tea. So this is decaf black tea, rosebuds, lavender, chamomile, love, gratitude, natural flavor, no caffeine. And they say for all of theirs, 3 to 5 minutes as well. Like I said, we like our tea a little bit stronger, so we're going to go more toward the 5 minute, but again, you could do a little bit less time if you so choose. This is for once I have to do the least amount of work, and I'm loving this.
Smell that.
That one really, yeah, the vanilla and that one's kind of coming out. Yeah, there's well, it's lavender and it must be the lavender actually. Have a little sweetness to it. Okay. Unless it's the first one that we did. The first one didn't have anything in it. That was just our dealing. Okay.
I thought I smelled some vanilla there.
All right, so we'll cap that one.
So it's a little lighter on that because I had started pouring before I re-teared it. So do we redeem Jeopardy themes? Do we actually have
no, that would be great though. All right, so this one is about another 2 minutes. So we've got that one going. We'll put the little baggie there.
Okay.
HJ, how's it going? We just started our tea segment.
So do you have one going for that then too?
Yes, I've got one right next to it. Boop.
Okay. All right.
I like the tea cam. Do you? Yeah, it's not bad. That was a good improvisation there by Keith.
Do I need to angle a little bit more?
Well, you can show there's the one there. Yeah. And there's the one right here. Now you can see that there's both.
Pan and scan. Panning out here. I can bring them together.
There you go. Yeah, then maybe it could be less of me because now you're distracting seeing me. My gyrations.
There we go. Oh, wow.
I know. You do not want to see my gyrations, I'm telling you. This looks like quite the production. Yeah, we are doing a little something different. Again, like you said, hot tea in the middle of summer is always a good idea.
Although the color of this it makes me think of a nice like amber beer. That's what I'm thinking of right now.
So the second one is the current conversation. No, that's the first one. Current conversation oolong tea. So that's an oolong. Oh, this one has vanilla in it.
Okay.
We were smelling the vanilla.
Wait, no, do you have the right one? No, this is this. This is the decaf.
That's this one.
No, that's the right. That's that one.
Oh, okay.
And that's this one here.
Oh, okay.
So no, we don't have one with vanilla yet. Vanilla.
Okay.
Doom, doom, doom,
Enjoy
doom,
a bright
doom.
and American hot cup of tea. Amber.
Doom, doom, doom.
Remember our Apocalypse Amber, Jay? Remember the Apocalypse Amber beer that we did? What did we use in that? We had something that was like almost like the hop was like an apple. What hop was that? That was one of our early ones.
Where are we on the first one? Are we about a half a minute away? Oh, a minute.
Good call.
That's
and the
this
cups
one.
are over there.
I think you should have this one because it goes with your shirt.
Oh, that's true. It does.
If only I'd have worn my bear shirt, then this would have been okay.
That would have worked out well. I was just typing that. The Apocalypse Amber. Apocalypse Audrey.
Apocalypse Audrey.
Tomato.
Audrey. That's a couple Bosom Buddy references tonight.
I know, that's multiple. Usually
Okay.
it's Cheers. Maybe I need to change our alerts. With what? All that we have our pies. Calypso. That's what it was. Yeah. Hi, Calypso Amber.
Calypso beverage. Right? Are those
That's
Calypso?
true.
All right.
We're going to depress.
We're going to be depress the clutch.
Yep.
Clutch?
Is
Have you
this
ever seen
actually a
Brian's
noise?
song? Yeah.
Okay.
Pushing the leaves down to the bottom of
so
the...
we'll get the other one. All right. We got a couple minutes on the other one before we need to depress. Where are you going to pour that out to?
That's why I didn't do much.
You drink it.
Good.
How hot is it? Oh,
Just a little.
you poured it all into my cup.
There wasn't much.
How hot is it? Oh, it's not hot at all. That's good. Oh, wait, that was just the water.
how much you wanted.
Oh no, that's good.
More where that came from.
I might want more where this came from.
I do always like Darjeeling.
I did too. That was always one of my favorites. And we had a nice,
It's kind of a
good Darjeeling, which is really more of a studying tea. Wait, that's Earl Grey.
It's Earl Grey. It's more
Which actually I think is the featured tea of the month over at Plum Deluxe. I think is Earl Grey.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah, June is Earl Grey month.
Okay.
That works out well. That's some high quality
H2O.
High quality H2O. Color, I know you guys can't see it, but it's, well, you can kind of see it in the monitor there. Both of them are coming out similar in color, but they're quite lovely.
I can't really see. The lighting is not set up to
no, and that camera's also the older one too.
But it's still, oh, good. What happened there? Oh, I see.
That's good enough. There you go.
Okay.
What do you think?
Looks like there's a stem coming out of the.
It kind of does, actually. We have some sort of centrifuge system. That,
like there used to be an olive sticking out of my neck over here.
That's hot.
Imagine that.
All right. The press.
Okay.
We missed the story behind this tea selection. So these were Plum Deluxe. They are, like I said, they are a tea blender, a tea. Wouldn't know if I would call them exactly a tea they're a tea company, but they blend a lot of different teas. They source them. They have a tea of like the month club where you can pay a certain amount if you just want a new tea sent to you every month. You can also pick from hundreds of different varieties. They reached out to us. And said, hey, would you be interested in trying some teas? We do this, service. Would you like to maybe even be part of like, our program, be an ambassador, like all this kind of stuff? And we said, well, we might be interested, but we'd obviously want to try some of them first because that's just kind of, how we do things. We want to try the product. And they're like, oh, we wouldn't expect anything less. So we told them some of the things that we liked. And they sent us 5 different teas. We might be trying up to 4 of them tonight. Some different things just to kind of have us check them out. But anyway, the link to the website, as you did before, you can click on that. And like I said, there's some reviews, and they've obviously been written up in some different magazines and have been around for quite some time, it seems like. So, so we were interested to try them. What are you thinking of the Darjeeling so far that we have just done?
Well, I have not had Darjeeling in a long time, but I can't describe it, but there is that's a familiar flavor to me.
That is definitely, it's definitely classic Darjeeling. Like I've had some black, because obviously I still get China black tea from where we used to be employed. Like I said, with all of the wealth of tea knowledge that we've talked about early on, there's like 300 years worth of tea knowledge. It gets bigger the more we keep talking about it.
Centuries,
eons of tea knowledge wrapped up all at this table. But yeah, no, I think this is a very classic kind of Darjeeling and tastes really good. I'm really enjoying it. There's a little bit of the earth, like a little bit of earthiness is obviously there, but it's just not there is kind of like a sweetness in there that's
that
natural
high
to
note.
That higher sweetness, almost like it is like a cane sugar or light brown sugar kind of thing. Like you get a little bit of that light sweetness along with the earthiness of the tea. Like this, it's always been one of my favorites in general. We used to have some really good ones. Like I said,
and as with many teas, there's lots of different gradings of this, and this is not very specific. I mean, there's first flush, there's FOP, OP. There's all kinds of different grades, and this is a bigger leaf. You can tell
it's a bigger leaf. There's a fair amount of. Well, no, actually, overall, it's actually probably what they put in there. They put in some other things in here just for coloring to make it look nicer, which a lot of tea companies do. We always were. Where I worked, they wanted to do that, and I was never a big fan of that because it's like I'm buying the tea, I want the tea.
I think
I don't care about the other stuff.
Some of the places we sold to, though, wanted that, right? So it sat on their counter
because it looks neat on the shelf, like it looks like it stands out, but it's like it literally does nothing. So it's like I get it anyway. And that's why I was out of there. That was the final straw. I will not put this in the tea.
That was it.
I walked out the door, never to be seen again. No.
There's
no, that wasn't.
And I think the one we used to carry I'm not sure.
At Arbuckle Coffee.
Used to have a little bit more of that, though. It was
that was a much higher. I would say it's a higher grade.
A higher grade. Yeah. Would be my guess.
That was like DT. I'd have to look it
there
up.
was so many different.
It was a lot of letters. I'm sorry, that part I don't remember off the top of my head. But yeah, the Darjeeling we used to have there, even as that one aged, it still held up very well. And there was a little bit more of a floral bouquet to it. This is definitely more toward the earthy and some sweetness, but still very good. Like I like that. I missed this flavor. Yeah. And again, this is just what they sent us. There are hundreds of different things on their website, so maybe they have different grades of Darjeeling. I did not go that far to look. Right. So maybe
they were
guys
sending
take
this
a look
for free. Come on, they're not going to send us the.
They might. I told them they sent us an oolong because I mentioned oolong. I was kind of hoping they'd send us something in the Lapsang Souchong area. I mentioned that,
and there is. Well, we did get a smoky one. So
true. I like that. That's good.
And that I think, although it's usually a little too expensive, I think for an iced tea. That flavor it comes through when it's poured over ice.
It makes a wonderful iced tea.
But
it does. Yeah, usually a little on the pricey
side.
But. Yeah, I should look this one up. I'm not even sure how much this one actually costs. We could do that while we're.
Are you right? No, you're not.
No, I need to. It was a little too hot for me to down.
Oh, good. I'm having pouring issues.
Grate it out there. There you go.
Thank God I brought this napkin in.
I know. I should have brought another towel. That's my fault. I would like to serve shop teas. No, actually, I saw this earlier. I did not take it. They have a quiz.
Oh,
you can go through and if you tell them I kind of like these and I like that, then they'll recommend certain things to you. Which I think again,
that's a good.
Who knows how good that is, but it's a good start because a lot of people sometimes don't know and you just got to go for it. There you go. What was this? Royal Darjeeling. All right. So the Royal Darjeeling Black Tea is. They have another one. Royal Ceylon Black Tea, Assam Black Tea. Oh, okay. These are all $7 an ounce.
$7 an ounce.
That's what I'm looking at right here. Royal Darjeeling Black Tea.
That's a lot.
I mean, Darjeeling always was expensive, so.
Yeah. Okay.
They still do not give any other grade information on here, which I probably would have been interested in. Maybe if I click on here, it'll give us a little bit of extra. Let's see. I mean, if you break it down per cup, if you do the Kent Graves move,
you have to,
makes 15 to 20 cups. So then that's, that's like 25 cents a cup.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's quick math there. It's probably wrong, but it's close. It's in the ballpark.
Ooh. I'm already ahead of you on this one there.
I know. You poured me so much. That's all right. It was just hotter than I expected. I was like, I can't. Tea being a diuretic. I go to the bathroom.
Yeah. We'll be back.
I think he poured me the whole pot.
So this does say natural flavor.
That is good.
Black tea, rosebuds, lavender, chamomile, love, gratitude, natural flavor. Maybe this is the love I'm tasting in there. I don't know.
In this next one?
Yeah.
Okay. So we're on to the next one. This one is what? Do you want to mention what
this one? So this is the Decaf Reading Nook Blend Tea. It's a blend of joy. Pairs with creativity, reading and writing, conversation, relaxing.
Does it pair well with podcasting?
And pairs well with podcasting.
Son of a bitch.
Yes.
All right. I like it
We've
already.
Moved into, onto pairing with podcasting.
That would have been some sweet custom labeling if they would have added that on
Pairs
there.
with podcasting.
See, that would have been something our book would do, right? We would make a custom
label.
Thought
about that,
We would have thought about that and done that. That is one of the things we would have done.
So it's decaf black tea, rosebuds, lavender, chamomile, and natural flavors.
I definitely get the lavender and the chamomile. Chamomile is something I am mildly sensitive to. Not like that I have an allergic reaction. I'm just usually not a huge fan of it.
Yeah.
We used to call it honeybee barf. Because it was kind of sweet, but then had some other aromas in there.
Yeah,
because we had we also like I said, not only tea but also tons of herbals.
Yep.
Where we worked with blending, and there was a lot of different teas where we actually had chamomile in them.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, that is. I don't know why I was thinking. For some reason, and maybe there is a little vanilla in there. Maybe that's their natural
lavender
flavor.
kind of has a natural little vanilla to it, but it's.
But you're right. That chamomile. Yeah, and then there's the lavender comes up behind it there. Mm-hmm. Surprises chamomile.
Yeah.
Taking the chamomile by surprise.
You a chamomile surprise.
That's right.
Oh, gosh. Have you ever had an Oklahoma Hello? I've had a chamomile surprise.
My lavender's been surprised by chamomile before.
Yeah, it's chamomile and that lavender. It's surprising because usually and lavender is pretty strong. It's not far behind. It's not bringing up the rear. It's right there. But that is both of those things are definitely there. Oh, that's actually nice though. And we're not adding sugar to this. Like I said, we went
no milk or anything. A lot of people will do that.
And you totally can.
Yep.
Not against any of those things. Like I said, a little sugar, a little milk, like all that stuff is
A little song, a little dance.
little chamomile tea down your pants.
Down your pants. What? No. I don't think I would add the herbs though. The herbals. I don't need that. And I appreciate that. Obviously the chamomile and lavender are going to be caffeine free, so they're going to blend and just enhance that a little bit. I'm guessing that's why that is. But I don't have anything against decaf tea, but if I'm going to drink something, herbally at night, so that I don't but then I'm probably just going to focus on the herbs and not need to.
What was this one
the
called?
Botanicals.
I wanted to search for the pricing on this one.
Decaf Reading Nook Blend. I do think there's a little something in. I'm just curious as to what the natural flavor is because there is a little something else in there.
Reading Nook Tea Blend?
Yeah. Decaf.
Also $7 an ounce. This must be just their pricing. Maybe everything is $7 an ounce.
Is it decaf? Oh, I put that.
That one does not say, but I typed in decaf Reading Nook Blend, and these are the only two that came up. There's a white chocolate peppermint herbal tea. That's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's a Reading Nook Tea Blend rose. Maybe there's select options. Maybe under here I can pick decaf. Let's see. We're going to click. We're going to find out. Yeah. So you can pick
regular or decaf.
Pick decaf.
Yeah.
Does that price change? Nope. $7.
No, that's good. Okay.
This one has 135 5-star reviews. I'm looking for the one like the previous one, the Darjeeling only had 4 reviews, also 5 stars average. Okay. That's very high.
It is.
They should be very proud of that.
Yeah, should
or
be.
Slightly suspicious. No, I'm just kidding. But no, the Darjeeling deserves more reviews. That's all I'm saying. I actually like this. The aroma I'm slightly less a fan of just because those two things are very distinct to me.
Right.
And they come out. But in the flavor, they don't. Like they are much milder and much kind of more blended into the back. I've never been a fan of chamomile. Yeah, it is. Again, it is. I think it's a very distinct aroma, and I think it can be divisive. I think you either kind of like it or you don't.
Yeah.
How are you fall on that line?
Well, it's funny because I guess I'm in the middle. I'm okay with it sometimes.
No, you've ruined my point.
I know. I think about that sometimes. People say, well, you like it or you don't. And a lot of times I'm like, well.
This wishy-washy bastard.
But let me say this. I don't seek chamomile out.
Okay. Chamomile finds you.
Chamomile finds me. Yeah. Chamomile finds you. But sometimes, I think the one time I would is if I have like a mix of I just say new meat because that's what I have.
I think you say if I had a stomach issue.
Well, no, if I have a new meat and maybe I'm not feeling well, but I want something warm. Then something like that might appeal to me. But I also then would probably go with like a rooibos or a honey bush or something like that.
Rooibos and a honey. Oh my gosh,
something
yes.
like that. So
yeah, rooibos is good. Like obviously more toward an herbal because it's technically a bark, correct? Mm-hmm. Or it's like it's. But that was always a very good one. I always love the rooibos. But I actually do like the flavor of this. I think this is good.
Yeah, I don't need those other things, but I like. There's something refreshing. Is it the lavender that almost tastes like minty, or is there a mint?
I was going to say mint as well. Is there any?
It does not say it. All it says is natural flavor. And that could be the natural flavor that's in there.
Could be. It could be the lavender, maybe a little bit. But yeah, I was going to say minty as well. And I was just about to ask again, like, are you getting mint?
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
no, yeah. I do definitely get that.
But no, I like the flavor of that. I like I said, the aroma, I'm kind of like, that's not what I would normally pick. But that's good.
To me, that would make a good, once again, I think about, my second cup when I do it in this is usually poured over ice. That'd be a good iced tea.
I think so. I think it would too. And that's what's kind of neat. For me, like if you do have some sort of, like if it's either a, tea of the month club or whatever, like this would be one I wouldn't normally pick out, but if I got it, it's nice to try something different like that and then be like, for me, I'm almost pleasantly surprised. I'm like, oh, you know what? That wasn't too bad. I like the flavor. Like I said, the blend of those things worked well together.
And you'll have some teas that you can have. You can pour these in a
Have to pour these in a container because we
container?
got to switch them out.
That's true. We do
Just
have to switch
realized
them
I have
out.
a little more of the Darjeeling though before we switch
That
everything out.
is not the Darjeeling.
Are you sure? I think it is. I'm pretty sure it is. It's the last one we had, so it's obviously the Darjeeling. And I say that knowing it's not now as I poured it.
The Darjeeling is the first one we had.
The Darjeeling has a little minty lavender chamomile thing
The
going on.
Darjeeling got moved to here when I was having trouble pouring. When I was challenged by the...
It's amazing how hot it stays in there.
Yeah.
I just took a drink and I was like, oh.
Did you just drink that? Did I just drink that entire... Was it boiling hot? Yes, it was. Or no, did I just grab
When
that?
you picked up that pot. Yeah.
Yes, it was.
That's not a fresh pot.
So does that hurt?
Yeah.
It's not the right word.
It's not the right word.
Got to get that bottle cap back. For the first time in my life, I'd rather be
Me
me
than
than you.
There's the Cheers reference. There we go. Now I'll actually try more of the Darjeeling.
There you go. Now there's the Darjeeling. I like this because...
So would we be able to condense this information into a quick little snippet? Like if I said, like, hey, we're trying 2 different kind of Plum Deluxe teas. We've got this one. We've got this one.
We can try
What
it.
do you think of the Darjeeling? And then you'd be like, I agree. And then we have this one, which I normally don't
We
like.
can try it.
See what happens.
Sure. I will follow your lead.
I will probably take the camera off because that'll...
Take this?
No, you don't have to move it.
Don't move it.
I can go like this.
Okay, there we go.
Remove the camera just for a second. We're going to see how quickly we can actually...
Do a little review.
Do a quick review of 2 things. This may not work at all. We'll just may just completely ditch it. But we're going to see. Oh, I want to have this. Nothing else. Also, so we're trying a couple teas here from Plum Deluxe Tea. They sent us some things to try, and we said, yes, that's something we will do.
Sounds good.
Yeah, so the first thing we've got is a Royal Darjeeling Black Tea, which just has a few different other flowers in there just for some color, for some looks, but pretty much just a straight Darjeeling Black Tea. And then the other one is the Decaf Reading Nook Blend, which has rosebuds, lavender, chamomile, love, gratitude, and natural flavor.
Yeah, and they also do it in a regular blend as well. But then we have the decaf version of here.
That's true. What did you think of the Darjeeling?
Darjeeling's a favorite tea of mine, of course.
Same.
And I like it. I think there's.
It is what it is. It's funny.
It is.
Scorchateer rating with a party of 12. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. How was your stream? What were you doing? How is it going? I could always just edit at some point there too. That's how you can do those quick cuts like that. Good to see you. Thank you for coming in. Thank you for bringing your community in. How are you doing? What were you doing? That's even a better question. We're going to find out right here. We're going to find out. It's also a great name. I almost said it incorrectly, and then I was like, oh. What's up, guys? It was a good stream and spooky stuff, but now we're here for beer.
Oh, damn it.
You were here too late for beer. We had beer earlier. We're now on to teas. We're sweating. Oh. We're sweating right here.
Yes.
You should go. Also doing talk shows and podcasts. That's awesome. If you are not following Scorchateer, you should go do it. Go check them out. What were you talk showing and podcasting about? Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it.
Wow.
Also, Nas Nobra, thank you for the follow.
Everyone.
Appreciate
Wow.
both of it. One
Okay.
more. Oh, wow. Kramatos, thank you for the follow as well. That's super nice of you. Thank you.
I like the background that's coming up when that... Dang.
Number 3. 3 Iron Maiden hits right there. I'll take it. I love it.
Oh,
a 4th. 4. Lady Lazarus. I didn't even see that one. Thank you for that as well. Appreciate it. Thank you so much. I was a little behind there. I did a Unexplained Mysteries podcast for the first time. Wanted to rate a podcast, and you're talking about drinks, so this was a place to come. That's awesome. Thank you for coming in. That sounds very interesting. I'm going to have to check that out. So while the link is there, I myself am going to click on it.
And actually, depending on the type of spooky story,
that's true.
tea would go with that.
That's right.
Yeah. Normally we do more. We are more along the lines of beer, wine, spirits, things like that. But our history, our beginning certainly was in coffee and tea, and we were provided these samples by the company Plum Deluxe, and that's what we're doing right now. Is we're in the middle of trying 4 teas. So
that is correct. And like I said, like I just did, if you guys want to click on that link, go follow Scorchateer. That's super cool.
Wait.
Wine, my one true love. Wait, coffee is also my true love. So many things. Yes, we were in coffee and tea for like well over 3 centuries. It gets more and more the more we talk about it.
Yes.
Yeah. You had to be here for that joke. But actually, again, accumulated knowledge of over 30 years of coffee and tea
experience
in the industry and experience. So,
Yep.
we were getting back to our roots a little bit since this company sent us some teas. Hashtag not an ad. We're not getting paid for this in any way. They were just like, hey, do you want to try some of the things we do? Maybe be involved with us a little bit. And we said, yes, we will try some of your teas. So that's what we're doing. I love that. I work in coffee bar cocktail. Oh, nice. Coffee bar / cocktail bar. That was what we always talked about.
That's the dream right there.
I was actually going to bring up in just a minute. We always tried to get people with some of the herbal blends that we used to do where we worked, like try and get them to use them in their bar as part of their cocktails, like mixed drinks and things like that.
Yeah.
Never quite fully hit on, but I think probably because it was only us that was making the push. It's 2 of us in the back. That's kind of how it goes sometimes.
Hell of influence from the back room.
Amazing. I can't wait to tune in for more of this. Well, thank you very much, Lady Lazarus. I appreciate it. That is super cool. Yes, we do this kind of podcasting and beverage tasting most Thursday nights, 5:30 Pacific, 8:30 Eastern. And then I am on every day, usually around 10 a.m. Pacific, also tasting a beverage or two, but also playing some video games. Low life gaming, as Cromato said earlier. Similar, I used to work in a cocktail bar, but have left that life for normal hours. Yeah, normal hours are nice. That's the problem with the bar. Like, I always think that's initially it's a neat idea.
Yeah.
It's like
there's some glamour there, but then there's also a lot of late nights and a lot of very hard work. That's for sure. So,
definitely, yeah. The opposite of
we
glamour.
know that. Yeah. Well, yeah. Thanks for joining us. We were just about to. We were doing a little recap of the first 2 that we had when you guys joined us and jumped in. So we appreciate that. We've got 2 more. Did you want to revisit that?
Yeah, so what I can do is I can literally just start from saying, so what did you think of the Darjeeling? Because I can just make a quick cut after I read through all those things. So so we actually, normally we, out of this long form podcast, which like I said, since everybody's here, I will do the complete shameless plug right here. You can follow on Twitter for all of our beverage conversation, gaming things, when we stream, when we're going live, all that kind of stuff. YouTube is great if you want to subscribe. If you want to see what which you're seeing right now, this full podcast, if you want to see the archives, we've been archiving these full shows, doing all of the beverages that we have that's up on YouTube. And if you only want the smaller, quick versions of the podcast, I edit those up, and those also show up on YouTube. So those are all the things and stuff if you guys are interested. And then you can always do the super secret TikTok. I just started on TikTok. So we just started recording a little quick something for TikTok as well. Is your podcast on Spotify too? It is. That is that link right there. Yes, it is on Spotify, iTunes, Google Podcast, all of those things.
YouTube, the videos. Yeah.
What do we always say? If you have a favorite podcast app, just search for About Beverages, and guess what? We'll be there. We'll probably be there. Yeah, just search for us. But we've been on those for years and years now. Beautiful, adding it to my library. Well, thank you so much. Nice. I appreciate it. This has been a wonderful raid. Thank you. Yeah. Thank you, everybody that has come in this evening. That is super, super cool. But yeah, so that is what we do. That is what we do. And we are slowly trying to get the YouTube subscribers are coming up just a little bit at a time, trying to get that into some higher areas. We'll get there. But yeah, just as you guys walked in, we were just starting to record because we weren't going to turn this into smaller podcasts. This is going to go up in super long form up on YouTube. So we were just recording like what might be able to go up as a quick TikTok review of these 2. So that's what we're going to finish up right here. And then we've got 2 others we got to do.
2 more.
We'll have to take a break and grab other things.
So it's after.
So I'm going to say, so what did you think of the Darjeeling?
Okay. Well, Darjeeling has always been.
I didn't say it yet.
Oh, I thought you said that already.
I said so. I'll say it. I was like,
that was
I was swinging my cup around. No, I don't want to edit from there.
Oh, I thought that
I
was
want to say
it already.
This
is the great behind the scenes kind of work as we workshop this in front of you, and hopefully don't put you to sleep.
So, what did you think of the Darjeeling?
Well, Darjeeling has always been one of my favorites. Usually it's a little pricier, so I don't drink a lot of it, but definitely the notes in there reminded me of it's Darjeeling. It's a good place. Good stuff.
Very much Darjeeling. It's those lighter kind of notes, like I said, a little bit of that, kind of brown sugar, a little earthiness.
Yeah.
Definitely different than your classic black tea,
right?
Since obviously it's Darjeeling. But it's one that it makes a big difference. I think being able to try that one. The other one is the decaf reading nook blend, which we tried, which I am normally not a lavender and chamomile fan, and the aroma still was not for me when it came to that. But the taste, I was actually surprised. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, I initially didn't think that I needed those in there. But after having a couple sips of it, I appreciated what that would be. And I think especially even iced, those flavors will come through really well, and just make it just something kind of unique, actually.
I would agree. Like and follow for more. There we go. Something like that.
All right.
See? Yeah. See,
Maybe
that was
it
easy.
happens. That's right.
There's something there. There could be something there. Who knows? All right. So we probably need to take a break and
Get some more water.
probably, do we need more water?
Yeah.
We used 40 ounces of Freedom water right there. Wow. Okay.
7.5
Thanks for squirting hot water all over me.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. All right, so we're going to take a quick break. Thank you guys again so much for the raid. Again, if you are not... I am loving that name, Scorcheteer. That is... I hope so. Every once in a while, too, I'll start pronouncing someone that comes in that's new to chat, that I'm kind of getting familiar with it. I'll say the name, and I'll really love how I just said it, and all of a sudden I'll look at it again. I'm like, am I saying that right? I hope they're not like... There is one person, I think it's kind of funny. There is one streamer that every time I go on the stream, and I have been in their stream for years now. Like, I've followed them, supported them. Everyone else either says, the full name says AboutBeverages, says Beverages, like someone. She is the only one that she says about. How's it going about? She just says the first one. And I always think that's very funny.
About.
She'll say it initially. She'll go like, AboutBeverages, thank you for the rate, or thank you for whatever. And then she'll say, how was your stream about? I just think it's so funny.
Hey, look at that. You got it right.
So glad I rated you. I'm loving this. I am glad you did too. Again, anyone else that was here, like I said, again, another shout out. If you are not following Scorcheteer, go in and say hi. Check out what they're doing. I think that is a really cool idea. I would love to check that out next time you're doing that. So definitely let me know in the future. You can also always, if you are interested, we do have a Discord as well where we post all the beverages that we do try. There's a beverage section. There's a place called The Pub where if you guys are having things, we like to know like what you guys are having. What are you enjoying? What wines are you having? Coffee? All the things that has come up. It's not just about us giving you information. You tell us like what we should be trying, what we should be looking for. Like I said, we've wine, whiskey, waters, seltzers, all kinds of things. It's all like I said, we're always interested in all that stuff. But so we're gonna take a quick break, probably a few minutes. We gotta get the water again, organize this a little bit, and then we'll have another couple teas. So we'll be right back.
Listen to Harris Heller. We'll see you in a few.
Yeah, more stream beats. I thought it was just the right kind of music to get hyped for some relaxing tea.
You gotta get amped.
We gotta get amped for that relaxing tea. Introvert, 3 cheers to you. Good to see you. Thank you again to everybody that came over in the Scorcheteer raid, because I am just loving saying that username. Right. We've got 2 more teas that we're going to try. We're doing the same thing we did before. We've got 8 grams of tea, because most of these are all black tea based. So we're going with there's my music drop right there. We were going, like I said, 8 grams of tea and about 640-ish grams of water. Roughly 20 ounces of water. So it's that usual about 3 grams of tea per 8 ounces of water. Pretty common method. Temperature of the water. Since people were asking earlier. Subscribe to... What? What are you doing?
3 months in advance.
My gosh.
Do you get a special deal for that?
I don't know. You should, though. You deserve it. Scorcheteer, thank you for the subscription there. That is super nice.
We made some new friends tonight.
I know. So many friends. Thank you so much. That is awesome. That is like the best feeling in the world when someone new comes in, they're happy with what's going on, they're happy with the raid that they decided to bring their community over for, and then they even decide to subscribe. Thank you so much. That is very, very nice.
Like, what the hell did I get into here?
Yeah, what have I done? We've all said that before. But yeah, so we're using the classic, again, 8 grams of tea for the 20 ounces of water. It's 3 grams per 8 ounces. And temperature-wise, you can call it the walking boil. That's not the show that's on AMC with the zombies. That's the Walking Dead.
The walking boil.
The walking boil is simply like you get your water to a boil, and then by the time you have taken it off the heat, you wait a second or two, and then you go to pour it. It is down within a temperature that is appropriate for a black tea. If you're doing a green tea, you're going to do less than that. You're going to be down to like 175 degrees. Like a white tea, even some oolongs and things that are a little more delicate, but specifically more toward a white tea, you might even get down in the 160s. Right. It really just depends. And some of that is to your own preference, to the tea, how the tea is tasting that year. All of these things have a little bit of variability in them because tea is a natural product like anything else. Yep. That is one of the questions we always got the most when we worked in coffee and tea was like, oh, I like the Guatemala from 2 years ago, or this doesn't taste like the one I got, 6 months ago. It's like, well, that was a different growing season. Right. We try and make it as close as possible, but maybe a blend might be more to your liking, because a lot of times with blends as opposed to an actual straight varietal, you can kind of get a little bit closer to different things. Yep. So that's again why we sometimes we have a lot of, some caveats. It's very hard for me to all of a sudden say like, this is the way you do it. It's like,
Right.
well, there's some a lot of people like to be that way, but I think that's kind of rude. You're welcome. Honestly, this podcast is awesome, as are you guys. I'll definitely be checking it out on Spotify and hopefully catching some gaming streams. Got to head out tonight though. I'll be lurking and popping back in occasionally. Scorcheteer, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Go follow. Go drop a follow. You can leave here for a minute, open up another window, get that follow going, then come back. Just don't leave us for forever, though. Then it makes me sad. Thank you so much. Yes, I will be on tomorrow, 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 o'clock Eastern, doing some... Depends. Could be Destiny, could be Mass Effect. We'll see. Depends on who I get together with. All right.
Yeah, these are these are just guidelines. These brewing guide, and you could look up anywhere online and get different opinions and. But once again, it kind of comes to you follow, you do it one way the first time, and then you may modify it. Maybe you let it steep longer, maybe you use warmer water, colder. And the water source matters too. I mean,
oh yes,
everybody uses different types of water. Sometimes some people's tap water might be great. Other times you're going to want to have some filtered water or spring water. So there's so many variables, but just jump in, give it a try, and then tweak from there. So
yeah, just know that a lot of times on your first go around with a tea, if you've heard like, oh, I heard great things about this, and then you go to do it and it doesn't taste the same. It doesn't, the things that we've said about it or what other people have said, reviews, different things, it may taste different. It's like, well, it could be so many other factors. It also could be that you don't like it. But like you said, you got to like when you're just getting into tea or coffee or any of those things you actually have to make yourself, there's going to be some, some differences there. Like I said, between the water and, your steep time, your brew time, and, tweak those. Like you said, simply just guidelines. And you go from there.
So we got this one. First one that we're going to have.
The two we've got.
We're going to the water is on the boil. It should be done momentarily. So the first one I'm going to hit water with will be the Current, as in Currant, Current Conversation Oolong Tea, which has Formosa Oolong. Now I know there's like Formosa Fancy.
That's what we used to carry.
There's a lot of different grades. But so this is a Formosa Oolong. Rose hips.
The one we used to carry was the Formosa Fanciest, which was like top. That was expensive. That stuff was expensive.
Vanilla extract, black currant extract, and it's all organic. So, and by the way, just the Cubs won tonight. So
they did excellent, very good.
2-run home run in the first inning held up.
The W. What is that one called? Let me get that. It seems like their pricing here at Plum Deluxe is kind of
current
across the board kind of price, but we will keep checking these out to see what we got. They have one called Huckleberry Happiness.
I'm your Huckleberry
Current
Happiness. Conversation
Oolong, also $7 an ounce appears to be like that's just kind of their number.
Okay.
They have a tea of the month club that is, I think it's $10 a month, and they send you a tea, and that includes shipping. So you can do something like that if you just kind of want to try something different every month that they put together, some different blend. So yeah, most of their stuff seems to be blends, but again, they could have some just actually, you know what? Let's see if they actually have a Formosa Fancy. Should we do that? Should we see if they have something like top tier? I think I typed in Darjeeling before, and I don't think they had anything else specifically. Actually, can we just, they have Pu'er teas. There's some white teas. Chai, decaf, green, herbal, no caffeine, oolong. Actually, let's take that away. Search. Give me everything again. Hold on. Type of tea. Ooh, you can even sort by like what things are great iced, what are great with milk. They even have a quiz. I did not take the quiz, so I don't know how great the quiz is, but they have a quiz on here too if you want to try and find out where your tea preferences are, which I think like all that stuff is, I think, kind of interesting.
Yeah. Yeah.
Definitely can help. It's not going to hurt. Let me start this over again.
Well, at least it gives a person a place to start.
Yes.
Hey, here's what the kind of thing I like, and then it gives you a place to start with making a recommendation.
Okay, they have 5 oolong teas. Endearment blend oolong, that's got maple in it. Chocolate mint like the cookie oolong tea. There used to be a chocolate mint oolong that Numi used to do as well.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, I don't remember that one.
That was, I think, a very limited one. Toasted nut brulee oolong tea, peaches and cream, and then the current conversation. Okay, so I'm not seeing there might be some other ones in here too. It'd be interesting to see if they do any here's actually the straight right? Like the Darjeeling obviously was, other than having some, flowers in there. It didn't really have any other flavorings in it. So they probably have some. With what? All that we have are pies. Oh, I should have turned back on. If you guys want it, you don't.
You're gonna see.
You don't want it. You just need it. It's the T-cam. It's not bad. It's kind of funny. A little touch more, but yeah, pretty much that's it. Oh yeah, because it wasn't it.
We were saying 650, right? That's
about where it had been,
pretty
though.
good, yeah.
I think it must be a little more bloom in those. All right, I will reset the timer on that one.
Let me get the other one going. I'll get the other one going too.
Yeah, might as well. And I have more paper towels as
I
well.
don't know if you feel you need more there. If that's
fine. Can always buy another card table. Can always buy another card table. And we steep for 5 minutes. It's 3 to 5 on most of these types of teas. So again, it's always, what's your flavor? How much more flavor do you want out of it? Is this blend of tea or is this blend together? Maybe it gets a little bit more, a little bit more of a bite at the back when you go toward 5 minutes. Ooh, this one should really be 4 minutes or 3 minutes. So all those things kind of, touch more again. I don't mean to be that guy, but there we go. Oh, okay. Yeah, you're at that weight then. All right. So there's that one. Reset, start. Okay. Those timers from Google are coming in handy.
Yes, they are. Why yes. Okay, so that's
one is
the current.
Yep.
And that's this one. Okay.
So the second one that you poured is Fireside something.
Fireside Chat, black tea. Sip a smoky bonfire of goodness.
That sounds really good. Because one of our favorites, which was kind of like also the owner's favorite, was the Lapsang Souchong.
Which wasn't for me early on, but it became yeah. I appreciated its complexity.
Yeah,
black
it was
tea.
It was like a camp, like literally like a campfire.
Yeah.
Like it was that kind of smoky, like Scotch kind of smoky, like some of those kind of notes. And maybe that is how I developed such a love for Scotch.
Black tea,
possible.
rooibos tea, cinnamon, ginger, cocoa nibs, safflower, calendula, vanilla, walnut, chocolate essences. Love, gratitude. Always love and gratitude.
A lot of love and gratitude in these.
Yeah.
I like that.
Wow.
I kind of like that. I think this is like the person that used to have to deal with organic certification USDA coming out at me saying like, I don't know if in your ingredients you can actually put love and gratitude, but then just the marketing person to me going like, that's funny. I like that.
Yeah.
Like it's a funny little, it's a balance there between those two things. It's kind of like
Numi used to do that sort of thing with some of their stuff,
a touch of love.
Yeah. And
Wilson, where'd plankton come from?
Blue boil water with thoughtfully boil water.
Oh yeah,
that kind of
but
stuff.
But that was like how to make the thing, not actually an ingredient.
Right,
list,
what was in it.
Yeah. I've never actually seen that on an ingredient list, and so I like that. I appreciate them going for that. Nothing like fireside tea in 115 degrees. Yeah, that was as soon as
fireside chat.
As soon as Keith pulled up, he was like, "It's kind of funny. We choose to do a giant tea podcast when it's 112 outside."
Although I'm surprised at how cool your room is. This room is actually staying right now.
It's not bad right now. Again, you mentioned that even last week, which was true. I was a little, once we start drinking, that's when I get hot. Like we took a breath getting out, coming back in, I feel okay again. But once we actually start pouring the tea in about 2 minutes, that's when it'll be
a fireside chat. June in Arizona.
I should have had a fire graphic in the background.
That would have been funny. As we're looking back on them years from now, we'd be like, oh, that one we must have done in the winter. No. You'd see the picture.
When did we
do
that fireside chat? That must have been in like November.
Yeah.
June?
So it's like fire outside.
I'm Ron
Is
Burgundy?
that the one that's the earliest or the later one?
That should be the earliest one.
Okay.
Yep.
All right, good. Okay.
Yep. Thank you for asking though. Yeah.
Just to make sure.
Yeah, no, that was good.
So we will be taking the plunge here in approximately 1 minute and 15 seconds on the current conversation.
Which that is a name I can appreciate as well.
The current
conversation.
Current.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm liking these. Also, we mentioned Formosa Oolong, rose hips, vanilla extract, black currant essence. That's that song, isn't it? Black currant and little boy smile. No, isn't that?
Black
that's Black
Velvet.
Velvet. Oh, God, I always get them wrong.
Black currant essence and love and gratitude.
Yeah. Black currant conversation, if you please.
If you please.
They are really disappointed that they sent us these.
Yeah, they are. They're
like
singing.
Oh God, when we came in one time, it was not.
We
this.
really should have watched it. Yeah,
we really should have watched some
more than
podcasts. Oh, that's a yikes for me.
And we are not paid spokespeople for them.
That's true. They
can
sent these
disassociate themselves.
Yeah, they can.
They can separate if they want.
Whoever sent these out would be like, just take the dollars out of my paycheck.
Yeah,
just forget I did this. I'm sorry.
I'm so sorry.
I thought I was sending these to my grandmother. All right, you can plunge. You can take the plunge.
An ST plunge. No, the Plum Deluxe plunge.
Wow, I don't remember that from before.
I don't think it
that
was
beeping
there
was
before.
annoying. Did I hit that? That's weird. Oh, maybe it was. Oh, interesting. Oh, when I reset. Okay, I made sure the other one will be muted. Sorry about that. If you're listening in headphones, that was even loud here.
Guarantee this.
I know the code, sir. You know nothing.
Why do
I've got plenty. It's fine.
Why does that happen?
Because it just dribbles. It's probably because it's maybe slightly over, like where we're filling it. Maybe it's a little on the overfull side.
Oh, it's hot.
Ouch! I burned my tongue. Wings reference.
That already started pouring, so I just the heck with it. I'm finishing. I'm going for it. I'm getting that
Name of your sex
full
tape.
cup. No.
Either I'm getting the full cup or back what I'm going for.
I'm going for it.
I'm finishing. I'd already started pouring. I'm finishing.
All right, that's the current conversation oolong tea.
Here you want.
Yeah, of
the
course.
fresh one. That's why I brought more.
Oh, how are we doing there? We're done there.
Oh yeah, yeah. That just literally ended about 20 seconds ago.
We could have used that sound.
Could have used the timer. I figured I turned off the timer. All right, we don't need those timers anymore.
No.
That is handy. Google has been very handy tonight.
Okay. All right, so I'm keeping them straight. Okay. All right, so here we go.
All right, so this is the current conversations. This one actually has blackcurrant in it, along with many other things. As we said, I know we're repeating ourselves a lot, but it's also just for my own information. Oolong tea, Formosa oolong tea, rose hips, vanilla extract, blackcurrant.
I like that smell.
I do too. That is really nice. The vanilla and the blackcurrant, like obviously that comes out, but there's still, you still know it's tea. That's what I'm happy with. The extracts that they're using, everything else in there, it's not overwhelming the tea part of it. You're still getting, a little. You're still getting the essence of the tea is there too, and then this is just a light kind of whisper of these other flavors. But they are there enough. The Collins can, everything went a little bit awry. I had turned off the Collins can for that reason.
Went AWOL.
I didn't want to see him, dribbling there, so we're fine. Did you want to?
Oh, no.
No, we can have it off right now.
It'd be the mixing board cam now.
Here there be dragons.
There be monsters.
Here there be monsters. It's really more of a guideline.
I guess I just don't do it aggressively.
No,
enough.
it's honestly, I think the second, I'll pour that one on the second one, and I bet it'll do the same thing. I think it's just literally with how full it is, it just. That's my guess.
The flavors don't come through quite as strongly in the taste, but that's
with blackcurrant. That's kind of what you'd expect because you think that would
it
be
blends in with the tea. Almost.
It's a darker berry.
Yeah. A little bit of is there a little spice or something in this one?
There's something at the very end that keeps.
Yeah.
hitting me. It's like it very reminds me of much. I don't think it's in there, but it reminds me a little bit of like pepper, almost like a white pepper or something.
Yeah, and that I guess that could be, or could be. Sometimes rose hips have that. They have that kind of sweet, but then there's also kind of an earthy note to them as well.
Sometimes you get a little tart if it's a good fresh rose hip and you like chew on one of those. Like there can be, I
forgot. I used to like that actually.
Yeah, that was always nice. Put a little chaw rose hips pinch between the cheek and gum of rose hips.
You don't really. I mean, the flavors that are in there, they're not. They're a little bit reserved, I guess, but they're nice. I mean, that's a nice cup of tea. I mean,
allows the conversation to happen.
Oh, what?
Allows the conversation to happen.
It does. Yes, it allows. It does. It takes the attention off of the tea and focuses it on the conversation, on the current conversation.
Yeah, I think the aroma stands out to me a little bit more, and then on the taste, it's more of a subtle blend, which I think is a good thing.
Yeah, it works well together. It's restrained, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. So
yeah, no, I get like I said, because for me it's mostly the oolong. You get that toward the front, toward the middle, and then at the very back, that's when you kind of get that darker fruit, a little bit of like the vanilla sweet in there. It's actually a really nice blend. I wouldn't mind if those two things came out
a little bit more,
tiniest touch more.
Yeah,
but I also wouldn't want to lose the tea. So maybe they've already, maybe they've tried that and they're like, if you go any further, man, you just lose it, and that's
there could be
you got to respect the blending there.
That's
but
right.
No, I like this. This one's also good. I thought I would like these. I really think I'm going to like this last one. I probably shouldn't say that. I really am excited for this last one. It's a lot of different things, but it reminds me of some herbal blends we used to do. It's almost chai-like, because it's got the cinnamon and the ginger and different things in there. Like I said, so I'm pretty excited for that one.
And rooibos scent. So
I think that one's going to definitely be a winner. But yeah, I've been very happy. Like I said, the Darjeeling was good, and then the second one was one I did not think I was going to be interested in, and I did like it. It's just hard to remember their pricing, though. It's all over the board.
It's everywhere. Yeah. What is the price? Is it $7? Is it $7?
Maybe
one, it's $7.
The decaf was $7.
Yeah.
Such weird.
It's hard to understand. Hard to figure it out.
Yeah, I like that one. I poured more. That's why I'm not done yet.
No, I know. Because I only got like about a couple thimblefuls in your cup, and the rest of it was all over the table.
A couple thimblefuls.
Yeah.
All right. Last, but I don't think least.
Hopefully we went
It'd be
Vanessa
funny
Williams.
if I don't spill any.
No,
I'm spilling over the table.
Well, it's yours. Nope.
See?
Oh, gosh.
See?
Oh.
See?
Oh, yeah. No, it was on my leg, at least. At least it's hot.
See, but then I went for the second pour, and then there wasn't as much.
It's like those paper towel commercials. No.
Yeah. Was a little bit of that.
Yeah.
Why did the Kool-Aid man show up?
No, have you seen the one with the dog underneath the table?
No.
It's one of those paper towel commercials, and the kid takes the big dumpling or something, and it comes out and it slides across the table, and the whole family's like, no, but the dog's then on the ground. Yeah.
Oh no, I haven't seen that. That's amazing though.
It's a good one.
Random piece of a random aside. So we're like halfway through season 9 of Frasier. Like, have you caught up anymore? Like, where are you at?
Did you watch
anymore?
I watched. I watched the one with the hero one. The costume party.
Yeah, and
which I've seen that before.
That's a good one though. I like that one because that's where she's like, I came as Wonder Woman, and she's like, well, I guess I didn't understand. And then later she's like, I actually did understand. And she's the one that was like,
And then the one with the chair they've discovered a whole new level.
Wheat. Oh my God, buff.
Yeah,
and, that's going to take some time getting used to.
And I think I remember Baker liking that one too, because when he goes, and when I finally got them to admit they'd made it,
that is the most amazing line when they're talking about Martin's chair, and like, yeah, it's like. And they're like, this must have cost you a fortune to take it. He's like, it did. And when I finally got them to admit that they made it,
that they made this fabric,
they
agreed to reproduce it for me.
Yeah, they agreed to reproduce it for me. The other one that we laughed out loud at the other day, it was so funny. It was the initial setup, I think, was between I don't know if it was between. It was between Daphne and Niles. And Daphne, they were talking about because it was Daphne. She was talking about history or something. She's like, the American Civil War is so much more interesting and more exciting than the British. It's so boring. And then Niles is the opposite. He's like, how dare you say that? The British Civil War is like so fast. He's like, let's have Fraser. And Fraser comes over and he's like, let's have Fraser decide. And he's like, what country had the best Civil War? He's all Spanish, but I don't have time to defend it. Something like no, it's Spanish. But I don't have time to tell you why or something like, because then they move on to the main story of the thing. But the way he does it, it's so quick. And then he's just like Spanish, but I don't have time to defend it. Explain why or something. It's so good. That was one of those ones that we laughed just like at, like, a lot of you are just kind of chuckling along and you're remembering things. That one literally laughed out loud, rewound it again because we had to watch that part. Also, the one where Niles is teaching Daphne how to play piano is also very good.
That was one of those that I just saw.
That one was hilarious too, because then Roz is actually doing really good. And she's like, yeah, you get there. She's like, oh yeah, that's what my teacher. He's like, you've taken piano lessons? She's all 8 years. She's like terrible at it.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely get the ginger in this
I get the ginger. I'm getting a little bit of smoke. I'm getting some vanilla and chocolate. Like I'm getting all of those things in here.
A lot of stuff going on in there.
And the smoke is coming through nice too. Like that's like kind of like smoke does. It's interweaving throughout all of the flavors. Like that's in the aroma. I've not sipped it yet. This aroma should be a candle. Like if you had this candle, like I would want.
That'd be good.
This is a candle. We just bought some candles the other day, a little Bed Bath style. But this is a candle.
See, we've gone right with our fireside chat. We just said I had some candles in here.
Yeah, we could have. That's how we were going to heat up our water. Was just over a small little Bunsen burner. So a small little candle.
4 hours later.
Have we reached tepid yet? Almost. Oh, I like this one.
That's good. I think that would be good with milk, actually, too. That one just. And I don't add milk to tea.
I literally was going to say that. I said this is the one. I was I don't add milk to tea, but this one screams add a little milk and possibly a whisper of sugar. Yeah, like a sugar cube. Like just to add a little bit more, like to make the cinnamon that's in there. Some of those other spices, just make them pop just slightly more. But even as is. This is my favorite. Like I like this one. This is really good, and you still get a little bit of the smoke in there too, but it's definitely not overdone. Yeah, perfect.
This would be good. Ice. This would be good as part of like a dirty chai if you wanted to add a shot of a. I mean, this could be good as a rub, like if you're making some salmon or something like that. No, this is very good.
So speaking of ulterior or alternative uses for tea, the other thing that I noticed when I was checking out Plum Deluxe and their website, harkening back to what we were talking about before, they actually have a recipe for, hey, you want to use some of our teas in your bar kind of cocktail drinks. Here's some options for you. So they had, this is specific, and they probably do this, I'm assuming, every month because the tea of the month is Earl Grey. June is Earl Grey month. I mean, who doesn't know that? I mean, right?
Right.
Yeah. So they have a magical butterfly Earl Grey Martini.
Nice.
Yeah, Teani. Unfortunately, they make the mistake of rum or vodka. Not everybody's perfect. I think gin could still speak in this cocktail.
It'd have to be a more reserved gin, though. Something a little.
They're using, obviously not this one. They are using, obviously, some Earl Grey. They also have a magical butterfly herbal tea. So they do a couple different things in here. I think they make a simple syrup out of the two teas. Like they kind of use that as a sweetener then to kind of mix things up. Like I said, again, probably would still go with a little, maybe like a Hendrix. Like that's a little cucumber, a little bright, something like that. I think there's some gin options that you could go with in there.
This might be one, if you wanted to have an alcoholic beverage with this might be one time I could see vodka being used.
This one that we're having right now, I could see rum going in here because we talked about it sweetening up a little bit.
Yeah, I'd be doing that, yeah. I'm just not a rum fan, but yes, I could see that.
I like rum. I appreciate it. I mean, but what about that entire stock of rum that you have at your house? That kimono that you wear?
Wish I would have known you liked rum before I dumped that bottle of Dorley's a couple years ago.
I would have taken that. Well, because that's a dark. It wouldn't have made that. Well, makes a little bit of a difference. My wife was making the Long Island iced teas for a while, which usually I know you use the right. It's all the whites, but or the lights. I don't know. I feel weird saying all the whites. I don't know why I don't like saying that, but like it's all the light spirits, the non-aged spirits. Maybe I should start saying that. I don't know.
The clear
spirits. There we go. Is it all the clears?
You don't want to say the clear because that could be confused with. That was a term from Scientology.
Oh,
The clears.
okay. We don't want to use that either.
Yeah.
We'll come up with something.
The see-through spirits.
The see-through spirits. I can see clearly now.
That's right.
My spirits
Clear.
have gone. But yeah, like I said, I have enjoyed. Do I have? I think I might be out of that rum. I had bought a different one based on someone's suggestion.
It was the Dourleys.
Was it the Dourleys again? Yeah. Damn, that's funny.
Yeah. Yeah, because I remember I was like, oh, that's the one I bought when we did our rum podcast years ago.
There was someone, I think it might have been Dorcius or something like that, was talking about on one of his streams. I was watching him and we were talking about things, and he was asking me about rum. I was like, I don't know that much. And he threw out a couple rums that he liked. And I think I made notes of those because surprisingly, that is the one thing about rum. Usually it's not overly expensive. So if you do like it, you can usually find some good aged rums for the right price, which is nice.
That's true. No, that's good. I'm glad we ended with that one. It was a good move from a flavor profile standpoint. And probably...
Is that this one?
Yes. I would say that was my favorite.
Yeah.
And then probably the Darjeeling, just the basic Darjeeling. But they were all, the good thing about this is they sent us 4 fairly unique flavor profiles, I think.
Yes. Yeah, I would really like to commend them on that for sure. I guess we could almost pour this in a cup. Just pour some hot water over it. They gave us one other one, but it was such a small sample we could barely make a cup of it.
Yes.
It was a Heritage Blend black tea.
Have a cup of it tomorrow as you open your stream.
Maybe that's what I'll do. That's not a bad idea. Assam black tea, African black tea, Darjeeling black tea, and Vermont maple syrup extract. Safflower, some other flowers, and then also love and gratitude.
Of course, love and gratitude.
Yeah, that's gonna
LNG.
be that's our new website. But yeah, no, I would agree. I think this one is my favorite. I just love the complexity in here. I love everything going on. And then I hate to be similar, but yeah, I would probably go to the Darjeeling, and then to the current. I like that one just because that one was nice and, like I said, good aroma, and then fairly mild. But and I surprisingly like the lavender chamomile. It wouldn't be one I would pick again. But again, if I got that, if you were doing like a monthly subscription thing and trying like a tea of the month and that one came, I wouldn't be upset by it. Like I think, like I said, a lot of these are very well balanced. Do you want to try and do one of those again?
We can if you want.
I feel bad not talking about this last one because it's so good.
Okay. Well, let's just do
or
it.
we could just talk about this last one.
No, we could do that too.
Yeah, we could do that. That's not a bad idea. So we've got one more from Plum Deluxe. This was the 4th one that we have tried. If you want to see all the other ones, you could head over to YouTube. We've got the link up there in the bio. This is called Fireside Chat. Black tea.
Yes.
All right. And this is a blend of several things.
Yes. There's rooibos and ginger and cocoa nibs and French vanilla flavor, or the vanilla flavoring. Yeah, there's all kinds of stuff. Ginger. Yeah. Did I say ginger already?
You did.
Okay.
But there was a good amount of ginger.
It really came through.
The ginger really did come through, right?
It was worth saying twice.
It was. Yeah, I really love this blend. This was my favorite of all the ones that we tried. The other ones were very good, but definitely, like I said, the little bit of smoke came through.
Yep.
The vanilla, the ginger really does too, but it's still not it's not like super spicy.
Right.
It's just good. It's there and it's delicious.
Yeah.
But this is one where you said immediately.
We both said,
or
we both thought you definitely could add some milk to this one, and it could be used a lot of different ways. It could be used in like to make a type of a dirty chai beverage if you wanted to add a little shot of espresso or something in there. But it's quite tasty.
Yeah, you could even use this as a rub, like we were talking about, like on fish. If you use this part of your dry rub because of some of the spices in there, lots of different options here, and we really like this one.
Very good.
Like and subscribe for more. Perfect. See how easy that is?
That's it.
You're all, I don't even want to do regular podcasts anymore. I like this 1
That's all
minute
we
thing. I like this 1 minute thing.
It's a drive-by now.
1 minute review. Yeah, I think I call them quick reviews. Are you sure there's no alcohol in those teas? You can put alcohol in these. You could.
But not in ours.
But not
right
in ours, no. Not in ours. Oh. Yeah, it's getting a little warm in here.
Yeah.
Now I'm feeling the warmth. I declare.
Mouth is getting a little dry.
My mouth is getting, your mouth is getting dry. You're plenty high on tea. All of those things. But no, that was
fun.
Quite delicious. That was. I realized I had missed doing some of these kind of longer form things where we could talk about stuff, but knowing that I was not going to go through and edit all this, and this would just go up as, other than those 2 quick little bits, that it would just go up as one large chunk onto YouTube made me feel a lot better about attempting this again.
There you go.
So that was definitely a lot of fun. Next week, slightly up in the air.
Yes.
Something may interfere, but we'll let you know. Definitely, I just
Keep
put the
you
link.
posted.
Definitely, I already put the link in chat. Definitely be following on Twitter, because then you can always know when I'm going live or when we're going live together. Or if there's live things happening, or other beverages we're trying, or what we've untapped about. There's so many different things. Twitter is a great place to do that. And if you also want to follow and subscribe on YouTube, you can always check out these things in archive format. If you missed them, you're like, oh, what were they trying? Oh, I want to see that one again. What were they rambling about? Are they still happy about the Bears, even though they're already 8-1 and they're on their way to the championship this year? I mean, all those things. If you want to hear us talking about that stuff, bold predictions like that, you can always be following and subscribing on YouTube.
We had a nice raid tonight.
That's right. We had a wonderful raid tonight. That was really cool. Thank you again to Scorcheteer, my new favorite thing to say on Twitch. If we are live and podcasting next week.
Yes.
In theory, we're going to do these lemonades that we talked about last week. That'll be the big focus. We'll be talking about those. I just need to pick up. They sent us all sugar-free versions, which that is usually not our thing. So we will try those, because who knows? Maybe they could change our minds. But I'd like to find the sugared versions. The sweet versions of those, and at least be able to compare and contrast like a couple of those. Maybe we'll do the same kind of thing where it's just kind of like we're trying all those. And in theory, if we can pick out one, we may make a mixed drink with it. That was kind of my other idea, because I do have vodka. I've always got some gin.
You've got a few things.
I've got a few things that we could pour in there. I've got some whiskey. If we think any of those speaks to us in a cocktail, I have also other things we could combine in there besides just like this and if we actually want to mix it up a little bit, will be I think that will be a lot of fun. But I don't know if there's a beverage you were thinking about for a starter, because obviously you're out of all your dark sky. We drank everything already.
Yeah,
all the dark sky is gone.
Yep.
All the dark sky is gone.
I will come up with something.
Okay.
That'll be something to try. Maybe another adult active style. Adult active style?
Adult
lifestyle beverage.
Okay.
No, I'm just kidding. I think we've done enough of those right now. But you never know. There might be one more.
You never know if there's one
Maybe
that jumps
another.
out at you.
Who knows?
I mean, you got a sampler of those, right? Isn't that? We have more of those.
I have somebody who might be bringing me one to try. So
okay.
Yes. Looks like we're returning the raid favor here.
We're going to return a raid favor here. We're going to go say hi to Jav. Of course, I'll be doing some Grandmaster Nightfall Destiny things with him starting next week. He and Lucky will be joining me on Wednesday evening for some fun and excitement as we go through some of the higher level, harder Destiny content. You know what? We don't need as nice as it was. We can remove that for now. We'll be doing some of the higher end Destiny content stuff together. So go say hi to him. He's always helping out with lots of Destiny things, Vault of Glass, like all the more difficult stuff. He is putting together raids and things. Go check out his Discord. Super, super nice guy. Always willing to help anybody get the things done that they need to do.
Thank you, everybody, for joining us tonight. And we'll be seeing, you'll be seeing him.
You will
very soon.
Yeah.
And we will be back soon as well.
Yeah, you'll be seeing me tomorrow, 10 a.m. Pacific, playing something, doing something, drinking something. You enjoyed your stay. Good night, Introvert.